Aware there was going to be this, you know, Lincoln loggy. I thought it was going to be like.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Jam TV, show number 30. Hey, everybody, welcome to JMTV. We're doing a weird broadcast tonight. Anybody joining in yet? I'm going to bring my good friend Bill Nolman on. There he is. Hey, Bill.
Hey, Ed, how you doing?
There's Bill Nolman. Yeah,
I'm just
so
looking at your.
I don't know what's happening.
I'm looking at the back of your head.
So we're doing, yes, exactly. He's looking at the back of my head.
It's a little
So
creepy, isn't
we're
it?
actually live. Here's Bill
Better than the
Nolman
front of it.
live, and we're at the Norwalk Boat Club live. Now listen, if you are watching this, do not come here. You're not allowed to come here. This is like a weird close. They're gonna throw me out of the club for doing this. But we do have special guests in the house. We got Ray Simonelli and Maria Zaro, and from Florida. And so, and we got a fire pit going, and you are not invited. You are not invited to the Jam TV. You do not have the Black American Express card.
Ed always said that this was going to go major network, and finally we're playing at NBC. It's unbelievable.
NBC, exactly. NBC. And look at this. So I'm gonna go and take a little walk for everybody and show you where we are. We're at the Norwalk Boat Club. Here we go. There's Bill Nolman. And take it away. Play us some music, Bill Nolman.
I want to do something that was like strolling music. Be kind to the male pattern baldness, all right? Like, don't take any like really. No backlighting, all right? We're not going for that. Who knows what the levels are like? Well, I came upon a child of God. He was walking along the road, and he asked, baby, where are you going? And this he told me. Said, I'm going down to Yasgur's farm, gonna join in a rock and roll band, gonna get back to the land and set my soul free. We are stardust, we are golden, we are billion-year-old carbon, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. Usually there's tequila involved, and the larynx is more lubricated than this. Well, then I come beside you. I have come to lose the smog. I feel myself a cog in some wheel turning. Maybe it's the time of year. Maybe it's the time of man. But I don't know who I am. But life is for learning. We are stardust. We are golden. We are billion-year-old carbon, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. No upskirts either. By the time we got to Woodstock, we were 500,000 strong. Everywhere there were songs and a celebration. Dreamed I saw the bomb jet planes riding shotgun in the sky, turning into butterflies above our nation. We are stardust, we are golden, we are caught in the devil's bargain, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. We are stardust, we are golden, we are caught in the devil's bargain, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. Thank you.
Live studio audience. This is where you do your own banter.
We're not doing a
I
shared
can't come
band.
on the screen now. Like, oh, hold on, I'll push the button. Come screen. Hi.
This is, it actually makes it look like I have a ventriloquist act going.
Right, exactly.
Go ahead, Ed.
See if I can make that happen. Like,
Just move your mouth. I'll try. It's really great here at the moment.
Bill Nolan, like ventriloquist act.
I'll keep searching till I find something that works. So this is a Tom Waits song. When Ed said we were going to do this, at first I thought, oh, I'll make it all like kind of nautical, and then I didn't. But this is kind of. Well, I'm leaving my family, leaving all my friends, bodies at home, with a heart in the wind. Clouds are like headlines on a new front page sky. Tears are like water, the moon's full and high. The moon's full. Oh. Well, I know Martin Eden is gonna be proud of me, and many before me been called to the sea, to be up in that crow's nest, singing my say, shiver me timbers, I'm sailing away. And the fog's lifting, the sand's shifting, I'm drifting on out. Oh, Captain Ahab, got nothing on me. Swim me, follow me, I'm traveling alone. The water's my daughter, gonna skip like the snow. So please call my missus, gotta tell her not to cry now. Barbara is waiting in the moon and the sky. Nobody knows me, can't fathom my stay. Shiver me timbers, I'm drifting away. And the fog's lifting, the sand's shifting, I'm drifting on out. Oh, Captain Ahab, got nothing on me. Come on and swallow me, follow me, traveling alone. Blue water's my daughter, gonna skip like a stone. Well, I'm leaving my family, leaving all my friends. My body's at home, but my heart's in the wind. The clouds are like headlines on a new front page day. And shiver me timbers, I'm sailing away. Thank you.
Bill Nolan, that was great.
Thanks.
Super good. See, now we're in the studio. Like I'm on.
This is like the banter. This is like the
This
banter.
is like real banter. Like I'm on the screen.
This is
there.
what people have come
Except
to
the
expect.
camera is on like in your face now, like the fly on somebody's head, and I can actually pick up your music in a non-COVID safe way. You know?
You have no idea where this music has been. Believe me, that wasn't safe.
Contact tracers take note. This could have been the moment where it really happened. You
I'll be leaving town on Monday.
Exactly. It's like,
So this one I threw in because this is I think it's what you kids call a mashup. You know, this is like two songs, but not really two songs. It's really a theme from one song and then a song. And I sort of like the two songs together better than playing the song. But I just can't resist because Ed has a new cat, and the cat's name is Munster.
Monster.
So this song starts with me. You know, my idea was I thought this song sounded well with. I've been thinking about my future and decided that we're really not to blame for the love that's deep inside us now. It's still the same, and the sounds we made together is the music to the story in your eyes. I've been shining down upon me now. I realize, listen to the tide slowly turning, wash all our heartaches away. We're part of the fire that is burning. From the ashes we can build another day. But I'm frightened for your children, that the life that we are living is vain, and the sunshine we've been waiting for will turn to rain. Something really amazing instrumentally has happened. And I'm frightened for your children, for the life that we are living is in vain, and the sunshine we've been waiting for will turn to rain. Listen to the tide slowly turning, wash all my heartaches away. We're part of the fire that is burning. From the ashes we can build another day. And when the final line is over, and it's certain that the curtain's gonna fall, I can hide inside your sweet, sweet love forevermore. Thank you.
So, you know, my mother was friends with Fred Gwynn.
Really?
So my first, here I'm gonna come in the frame. Like, we need a tape measure. No, you gotta go the other way. Like, we need a tape measure, right? So my
I'll
mother
just fall down. That's about
took me when I was 5 years old to the Gwynn's house for Halloween, and the door opens, and it's Herman Munster. And I remember it to this day. It's one of my earliest memories.
But not in costume.
He was in costume as Herman Munster for Halloween.
Sweet.
And I freaked out and ran back to the car. And my mother's like, "It's just Mr. Gwynn. Don't worry about it, right?"
Oh, sure it is, Mom.
Yeah, sure it is. It looks like Frankenstein to me. All right, good on.
Okay, this is a song by Steve Earle. There ain't a lot that you can do in this town. You drive down to the lake and then you turn back around. You go to school and you learn to read and write. So you can walk into the county bank, sign away your life. I worked the filling station on the interstate. Pumping gasoline and counting out-of-state plates. How far into Memphis, son? Where's the nearest beer? They don't even know that there's a town around here. Someday I'm finally gonna let go. I know there's a better way. I wanna see what's over that rainbow. I'm gonna get out of here someday. My brother went to college 'cause he played football. Me, I hung around 'cause I'm a little bit small. Hear that train a blowing. Got a 67 Chevy, she's slow and sleek and black. See, I put her on that interstate and never look back. Someday I'm finally gonna let go. I know there's a better way. I'm gonna know what's over that rainbow. I wanna get out of here someday. I'm gonna get out of here someday. Someday.
Really good. You got one more?
Sure.
Normally I just push a button and he disappears. Now I can't. I do that. Like it disappears through the deck now.
My wife has been trying to do that for a long time. It's hard to get me to appear and hard to get me to go away.
Let's see. That's the late show that goes
Oh, you know, I'm going to do a song for Ray Simonelli.
All right.
Because Ray likes this song.
Paul McCartney?
It is Paul McCartney, but not the one you were thinking of.
Oh, okay. Oh, the other one. Yeah, do that one. Okay.
Blackfoot singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into the light of dark black night. Blackbird fly, hey, blackbird fly into the light of the bright night. Black shepherd sing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to arrive. You were only waiting for this moment to arrive. You were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Quack, 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 quack. Remember that? Yeah, now they don't show up. It's quack.
Exactly. You know, we have time if you want to do one more. I'm not going to stop you. Yeah, do that one.
I don't do that. Everywhere there's lots of piggies.
Exactly. Yeah, we got time for one more. We're not in a hurry. Exactly right. Exactly.
Been walked by the rain, driven by the snow. I'm drunk and dirty. Don't you know that I'm still willing? Drove the highway late last night. I see my pretty Alice in every headlight. Alice, Dallas, Alice. I've been from Tucson to Tucumcari, to Hatchapeta, Tonopah. I've driven every kind of rig that's ever been made. I've driven in the back roads I wouldn't get weighed. And if you give me wee white sand wine, you show me a sign, I'll be willing to be moving. I've been warped by the rain, kicked by the sleet, had my head stoved in. I'm still on my feet and I'm still willing. Smuggled some smoke, some folks in Mexico, baked by the sun every time I go to Mexico. But I'm still, I've been from Tucson to Tucumcari, to Hatchapeta, Tonopah. I've driven every kind of rig that's ever been made. I've driven in the back roads so I wouldn't get weighed. And if you give me wee white sand wine, you show me a sign, I'll be willing to be moving. Alrighty. Thank you.
That's me. Like, this is the worst television station ever. Like, here I am, like, blocking the camera.
But it's commercial free,
It's
and that makes it
commercial
awesome.
free. Exactly. Bill Nolan, fantastic. You have any plugs? Where are you playing?
I'm actually playing nowhere.
You're playing nowhere.
No.
Norwalk.
But by all means, come see me there because it's going to be awesome.
We'll be
And
right
there's
back.
no cover, which is amazing.
No cover, nowhere,
No,
and
I got nothing. I have nothing going on at this moment in time.
good to see you. We'll be right
Leave
back.
on a depressing note.
All right, we're back. Way too fast. Oh my God! Look, it's Steve. Who is on this channel?
You're right. No, maybe you're right.
Hey,
Oh, there
Steve.
you go. Oh, there you go.
What are you
Hey,
doing?
what's happening, man?
Hey,
Can
what's
you hear
happening,
me?
man? Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Yeah, absolutely. I got you on. You're off to the left though. Center
Yeah, wait,
yourself.
you know why? I'm trying to get this with my sons in here, and I'm just not. There you go. That's
There you go. These guys are making
What's
a
going on,
racket here. We are. Oh my God, over there. So how you doing? We're gonna bring you up after these guys. Ray Simonelli is getting set up right now, and we're doing sort of a live, like by the fireside.
I see this.
There's Maria Nazaro. There's I'm on fire.
That looks like it's fun.
So you have Steve, Alex, Michael, and what else?
Well, it depends on whether
Because
my
you have
wife
all these
likes
names
the video. You never
below
know.
you now.
No, it's gonna be. We're gonna do "Steal My Kisses" from Ben Harper and the Innocent Criminals. I'm actually gonna be playing harmonica and a cajon, which I'm sitting on, which probably can't be seen at the moment. But I'll arrange it so it can. And my son will be playing the grand piano over here, and my other son will be playing the guitar. So hopefully we'll make this work.
I can't catch a break.
All right, we'll bring you back on shortly. All right.
All right, brother.
Good to see you. Stay tuned.
Thanks, man.
All right, so we're by the fire. I don't know. The camera department is like, we're like chilling by the fire with our drinks at the Norwalk Boat Club. And we thought it was going to be freezing cold. We had a few other people. So if you are in the area, do not come here. This is like, we're not allowed here. Even though I'm a member, you're not allowed. But we're like a pirate radio station operating from the Norwalk Boat Club tonight. And with no further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Ray Simonelli. Here he comes.
All right, Jam TV.
There he is. Hey, Ray. Oh, look, that's even a nice shot. Like,
Oh wow, look, you're in the shot too.
it's like,
How about
yeah,
that?
it's like superimposed.
I like that. That's not bad.
It's not bad, right?
If you draw a line in the middle, it could be a split screen.
Exactly. It's like.
Get the Sharpie.
Doing good.
All right, Ray.
Heard you knocking on my cellar door. I love you, baby. Can I have some more? Damage done. I left the city and I lost my band. I seen the needle take another man. Gone, damage done. I sing about him 'cause I love a man. A lot he don't understand. Blood to keep from running out. I seen the needle and the damage done. A little bit of it in everyone. Every jump is like a setting sun. Little Neil Young, all right. Something semi-more
I'm
modern.
coming to talk to you.
Okay.
Hey, all.
You're co-hosting right now.
We're plexiglass.
Right.
Take it away. Play something.
Okay. Another turning point, the folks stuck in the room. A time crash about It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope every time you're right. So take a photograph, still frames in the night. Hanging on the ship in good health and good time. The tattoos in memory and just getting on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope every time you're right. Unpredictable, but in the end it's right. Every time you're right. That's right, good train on the key, you know. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. At the time of your life. We got to play together. I didn't know you had anything with it, so we
It
got
was on the boat. I had to run to the boat. I'm out of breath.
Okay, but let's do. If I'm gonna do another song, let's do one. Which one of the other ones do you want to do?
Up
that
to you.
No, but I'm trying to think. What's a good?
John Mellencamp song?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, do that.
All right, yeah, that actually works. If John Mellencamp thought about it, he probably would have had one on the record.
Absolutely.
Let's give it a try. Look like man, look like cat, living in that neighborhood. He's got in the stable, his front yard, thinks he's got it so good.
Like that.
And a woman in the kitchen, clean up the evening style. He said, I can remember when you could stop a clock. I believe that America, you and me, right now America, something to see, baby, in America, on the free, looking glasses for you. Hey, young man, in a t-shirt, it's the rock and roll station. He's got greasy hair, a greasy smile, so must be my destination. 'Cause they told me when I was younger, I'm gonna be president. And if I have those crazy dreams came away, I believe that America, you and me, ain't that America, something to see, baby, that America, on the free,
play it. Like halfway through the song, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
It has been a while, I know.
And I haven't played this one in forever. Really good. You want to do one more quickie?
Oh, God, what should I do? I don't even know.
Do a Beatles tune.
Huh?
Do a Beatles tune.
A Beatles tune?
I don't know. You asked.
Lady of Spain.
Oh yeah, do a Zeppelin tune. Perfect.
It's actually a love song by Led Zeppelin, if you can believe that. Seriously.
Yeah.
The sun refuses to shine. I will still be loving you. I want my mountains roll to the sea. It will be you and me. I'll give you my all. I want nothing more. Little drops of rain, from the days gone by. Our love is strong. We feel there is no wrong. Together we will go on till the time. Inspiration, which you are to me. Inspiration, let's see. So today, my world smiles. And each time we walk the miles. Thanks to you, it will be done. You and me, I'm the only one. Happiness, no more sad. Happiness, I'm glad. If the sun refuses to shine, I'll still love you. I want my mountains come to the sea. It will still be you and me. Thank you, Jam TV.
Ray.
Keep watching.
Ray Simonelli. So now I don't know what to do. I don't know how to transfer the show into like a real show. So we'll be right back. this is like the worst live television show ever. Like, we don't even know what we're doing. Like, I can't. I have people watching me. I'm on the air for the first time. I've got a studio audience. I don't know how Conan does it. Like, it's just crazy. Like, and every the studio audience, I need a wrangler to like tell everybody to shut up back there. So yeah, we got Sherry here, but I'm gonna get quiet on the set. That's how you do it. There you go, Maria Nazzaro. Maria Nazzaro is my wrangler, my cat wrangler. Amazing. I'm trying to herd cats. Oh my god. So yeah, I'm gonna bring Steve Available up. Hey, Steve. Unmute your microphone. Oh my God, we still
There.
have the
How's
same.
that? There you go.
We still have the same stupid problems when we're like, doing it live. Like, oh, the microphone. You know? How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm having audio trouble as well. You know, I got the iPad, but that doesn't mean I know what the heck I'm doing with it.
I can hear you. You
okay?
sound fine. Yeah, I can hear you. Okay. Were you
I got.
caught
I don't know
up?
if you can see, I got my sons with me. That's
Yeah.
Alex.
Hey, Alex, how you doing?
Alex be playing some guitar, and that's Michael over there.
Hey, Michael, how are you?
So we're gonna do. We figured we'd do one song. I'd get the boys in. I've been trying to do that for a while, and we're never in the same place. Oh, look at this. Here I go again. Never in the same place at the same time. But this is one of those times when we've been. Where are you guys? You guys are at the boat club?
We're at the Norwalk Boat Club. Look, we're like at the Norwalk Boat Club.
I'm impressed. I am impressed.
I'll tell you why. Because I was in town yesterday, and my mechanic, who speaks very, very little English, I go to this guy for years up in Danbury, FJ Auto in Danbury. Go there, they will treat you right. And so I drive all the way up there. So I pulled into the boat club the other day, and I was parked on the hill. You know, there's like a big hill that goes down the alley, right, to the boat club. And I parked in the alley to carry my cat down to the boat, right? So I parked in the alley. I blocked everybody in. There's all these cars. There's this van in front of me. I got to bring my cat down to the boat. So I bring the cat down to the boat, and then I get back to the car and I push the start button on the Mini, and it won't start.
Oh boy!
So I'm like, I've got 6 cars boxed in. I've got the workmen who are on the clock. They're like, we gotta go home, dude. And I'm like, what do I do, right? So I put it in first gear and I rolled it forward towards
Now
the
you're
van,
talking. There you go. Mm-hmm.
and I popped the clutch and it started. So I go, oh my God, my starter is broken. So I immediately go up to FJ Auto, my good friend, and I go up there and he gets the job done. He's like, no, starter, not the starter, not starter. I'm like, oh God, it's not the starter. It's like the computer or something, right? And he goes, no, you have big feet. And I go, I have big feet? He goes, foot too big, foot too big. My foot with my size 14 shoe went up in under the dashboard when I stepped on the clutch on the hill and broke the wire that lets you start the car.
You can't make this stuff up.
So, you know,
No
he
more
charged
fun for
me-
you.
Yeah, so he fixed it all up and he got me going. And so then I lost the day mussing around with the car. So now, so then I was here and I was like, you know what? I might as well do the jam from the deck. Maybe have some
It's a
people
great
over.
setup.
And I mean, like, it's cold down here, but look, there's like a little.
I'm
like,
impressed, guys. Now
fire
everybody's
pickup.
happy. You got the whole fire pit going on. You got-
Exactly. Here's our, we got Bill Noman kind of started it because Bill Noman said, hey, there's Sherry. Bill Noman said, I'll come down and play live. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. And then I was
That's
like,
cool.
wait, what about Ray Simonelli? What about the rest of the show? What about, and then I started to talk to people. So we've got like socially distanced sort of.
Well,
1,
there you
2,
go.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people total. And
I'm impressed. You're
on the deck.
obeying social guidelines.
More or less.
It's Ray in back.
This is not a special effect on my green screen.
No, that's a real honest to God Ray. I'm
That's a
impressed.
real honest to
That's
God
very
Ray
good.
Simonelli. So
Wow.
amazing. So I got my headphones on while I'm talking to you. But when you start playing, I'm going to unplug and you're going to have an actual studio audience.
I'm glad to hear that.
So
you
do
just say the
what are you
word.
gonna
And
do?
I'll
You
call
wanna
my
do-
videographer wife down here to help me
You
out.
want to do 2 or 3?
What's that?
Do 3.
2, 3?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. Let me get us going here. First of all, let me see if I got any video problems. Can you see us at all here?
This is like the worst show ever. We don't know what we're doing. Like, can you see us? No, I don't have
There's
any-
me. There's Michael. There's Al. You got us?
Yeah, there you go. If
All
you
right,
turn
we're
your,
good. So we're going to start.
Yeah, all right, start.
Hold on,
we
I got
can
a
do it.
hook up here. Yeah, that's
Fan-
good.
Fantastic.
Tech operation we're running.
Fantastic. All right, you go for it.
All right, are you ready, gentlemen? Off we go. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. I pulled into Nashville, Tennessee, but you wouldn't even turn around to see me. And I hear you're heading down to Carolina. Now you know I'm gonna be right there beside you. And I always have to steal my kisses from you. Always have to steal my kisses from you. Now I always have to steal my kisses from you. And always have to steal my kisses from you. I'd love to see you in the soft summer rain. Just to hear you rock, sing, call my name. To see you sitting in that soft cotton dress. It's like heaven to me, fair. But I always have to steal my kisses from you. Yes, I always have to steal my kisses from you. Now I always have to steal my kisses from you. Oh, I always have to steal my kisses from you. Well, I always have to steal my kisses from you. Now I always have to steal my kisses from you. I always have to steal my kisses from you. I always have to steal my kisses from you. Oh. Well, could you hear that okay?
Fantastic. That was great. In fact, I had you, for most of the song, I had you turn to our studio audience over here. Here they are, like sitting watching
Hey,
the
guys.
show live by the fireside. There you go.
Wow.
So you actually had a studio audience today for the first
I'm
time.
impressed.
Oh my God.
I'm impressed.
We have no idea what we're doing here. I do this show. I've done this show 30 times already.
Uh-huh.
This is the 30th show. But it's the first time I've ever done it with anybody around,
Uh-huh.
and I'm not on a green screen and like totally in control. Like, I want to have Hawaii in the background. Click, this is a bit of a chaotic mess,
Well, you're in good company with us because I am holding the iPad. Had this thing for a couple of weeks, still don't know what the heck I'm doing. The video quality is great on this thing, but the videographer here does not know what the heck he's doing.
Oh my
So
God.
it's just one thing after another.
Oh my God. We're all gonna be really, really good at this by the time we get 80 shows and the pin is over.
Yeah, when quarantine's done and we don't need to do it anymore, we'll be back in it.
The cool thing, and it's not a political show, but the cool thing is that in about a month from now, or it'll probably be in like 3 months from now, when the Supreme Court rules who the president is after the giant fight and the civil war's over and all that stuff, they have aircraft carriers in Manhattan or whatever.
Yeah.
When that's all over, Anthony Fauci, they're gonna let him out of the basement. And he's going to go, all right, now I'm going to tell you what's really going to happen. You're all in your houses until 2025. That's what he's
Oh,
going to say.
jeez. That'll do it. But you know what? We'll keep going, my brother. We'll keep going.
We'll keep the music going.
What we got to do. That's what I want. I want to be in the studio audience. Never mind the left. I want to be in that. They look like they're having more fun than any of us. So I want to be in the studio audience on this.
Exactly. They're oblivious. They don't even care what's happening on the show. They're just like social distancing. Oh my God, it's so amazing. So all right, do another song.
All right, I'll do one on my own here. My band just deserted me.
All right, what are you gonna do?
Let's see. I hadn't
do
thought
that.
that
Wait.
far ahead, to be honest with you. So
Before you start the song, do this, right? Because your band deserted you. They're probably going to go in the other room and play like World of Warcraft or something, right? So like don't do it yet. Wait until I need the internet connection right now.
Yeah, that's right. So it doesn't come off.
You'll be like go do the song, you know.
I did 3 or 4 shows that way.
Exactly. I remember 3 or 4. Yeah, that was the number, right?
Well, we'll pass on that one. I hope I didn't, I hope I didn't do this one already, but I was going to do Sentimental Journey.
No, you didn't do it tonight, so we're good to go.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm halfway there. All right, here I go. I'm back. I'm gonna take a sentimental journey. I'm gonna put my mind at ease. I'm gonna take a sentimental journey to renew old memories. I've got my bags and I've got my reservations. I spent each dime that I could afford. But like a child in wild anticipation, I had to hear that old report. 7, that's the time we leave. 7, I'll be waiting right here in heaven, counting every mile of railroad track that takes me back. I never thought my heart could be so yearning. Why did I decide to roam? I'm gonna take a sentimental journey home. Seven, that's the time we leave. 7, and I'll be waiting right here in heaven, counting every mile of railroad track that takes me back. I never thought my heart could be so yearning. Why did I decide to roam? I'm gonna take a sentimental journey, sentimental journey home. I'm gonna take a sentimental journey, sentimental journey home.
That was phenomenal.
Yeah, needs work.
Really good. We were
You got to get a
here's the
piano on
problem.
that deck. We got to move one in there.
That's actually not a bad idea.
That'd be terrific.
Put a piano on the deck, like just under the awning. I have a piano at the camper out in Pennsylvania, and I'm going to put a IKEA down blanket over it.
Okay.
And a light bulb inside so that it doesn't freeze because it's outdoors. I don't want it
Right.
to freeze. So I'm going to put a light bulb or 2 inside so that it maintains some sort of temperature.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go play it in the wintertime. I had a bear. Did you hear about my bear?
I heard about it. Saw that on Facebook.
He was right there, right by the piano. So I wish I had pictures of that.
The guy wants to be on the show. Let him on. Come on. It's
Exactly.
late night show. He can earn it like the rest of us.
You can't be on the show bear. That's the problem. Facebook doesn't allow that.
Oh,
These
brother.
damn I got a fly in my hair. Damn flies.
Oh, let's not go there.
You want to do one more?
I wasn't actually prepared, but let's see. Yeah, why not? If you don't mind.
Look who I got. Look, it's Ray Simonelli.
I see Ray. Hello, Ray.
There he is.
Ray is like a fixture here. Ray's great. It's great. It's like one of those old '70s horror movies, though, where you take every picture and you develop it and raise in the picture. It's. I could see that doing that. Only Ray, scary guy, beautiful.
Look who we got. We got Chris Owen in the studio waiting to play.
Oh, there you go. Hey, Chris.
Except he's muted. Unmute. Chris Owen. Chris Owen went crazy on like technology, and we're sound checking, and we got all this stuff working, and then he leaves his microphone muted. Hey, Chris.
Well, you should have seen me trying to get set up tonight. I had it, I thought I had it all ready to go, and I played, and nothing happened, and I realized that I didn't turn the amp on. It's going to be.
All right. So you're a little bit quiet. So after Steve, I'm going to have Sherry come up and play a song, and you figure out how to get a little bit louder, Chris Owen.
I'll do my best.
You sound great, but you're a little quiet. So we're going to bring you back on.
All right.
Okay. All right, Steve, what do you got for us?
I'm going to do Sunny, the old Sunny. Yesterday my life was filled with rain. Pretty much.
All right.
I think.
You go do that.
Oh, Sunny. Yesterday my life was filled with rain. Oh, Sunny. You smiled at me, gently eased the pain. The dark days are gone, the bright days are here. My sunny girl shines so sincere. Sunny one, so true. I love you. Sunny, thank you for the sunshine bouquet. Oh, Sunny, thank you for the love that you've given my way. You gave to me your all and all. Now you know I'm feeling 10 feet tall. Sunny girl, so true. I love you. Oh, Sunny, thank you for the facts from A to Z. Now, Sunny, thank you for everything you've done for me. My life was torn like the windblown sand. Then you came and you held my hand. Sunny one, so true. I love you. I love you.
That was great.
Thank you, my friend.
Really fun. So how you been doing otherwise?
Oh, pretty good. Actually, fairly busy. After a whole bunch of dry spells, whatever, I've had picked up a few nursing home, assisted living facility, country club, and other random gigs that have just turned out to be fairly lucrative, profitable, and fun. So let's see how long that lasts.
That's good. I'm glad you did that. I mean, that's the dream in a pandemic, is to be like working more than ever.
Yeah, I didn't think it would, but, at least not the rest of this year. I kind of wrote it off gig-wise, but like the rest of us. But as they come in, I'm, happy to take them. So we'll just ride it for as long as we can and, wait for you to get that fire in the piano and the light bulb. And so, we can work and live again. That's pretty much it.
That sounds like a metaphor for something.
It is. I was hoping you would pick up on that because I ran out of words pretty much halfway through the sentence there. And that'll do.
Super good. Great to see you, and nice to see your kids play with you.
You too, brother. Thanks, man.
All right, I'll see you soon.
Yep.
All right, so this is Jam TV from the Boat Club. See, look, we're at the Boat Club. And here's all the people at the Boat Club, like, hanging out. I'm going to drop the hard drive again, and it's going to be, like, ruined. This is, like, the weirdest thing, having a studio audience for Jam TV. and we're not even set up. Like normally you would have like a stand-up comic. Wait, we have a stand-up comic. Like when I'm on the show, you've got to stand up on something and like entertain them. Isn't that how it works on live television? Like, or we need a band that plays for the audience during the commercial break. All right, we're going to work on that for the next one.
Tonight Show.
Exactly. Meantime, we're going to bring on Chris Owen. Let's see. Unmute your microphone. No, you're muted. You're muted. There you go.
Okay. How does it sound now?
Oh, now you sound great. I can hear you great. How you doing, Chris Owen?
Yeah, I'm doing great, Ed. How about you? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. So we're at the
Good.
Boat Club. Did you pick up on this? Obviously.
Oh, I did. I as I said, I admire the sweater. It looks like it's going to
Exactly.
keep you warm tonight. You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be really cold, but we have a fire going here,
Beautiful.
like a little campfire or like a fire pit, and we got I don't know, like 8 people here. Bill Nolan just took off, and it's kind of a nice vibe. I wasn't expecting to do the show from here today, and it just sort of happened, and a bunch of people came down, so we had a good time doing it.
Well, what the heck? I mean, you got to take a chance from time to time. It may be the new way to do it, but you're going to have to get a thicker sweater as winter goes on here.
I know, that's true. And you know what? The new way you sound, you get the award for the best sound so far. You sound like you are on like it's funny. When I said this to you when we were doing the sound check the other day, I said, you sound like you're on the radio. And I think you thought I meant you sound like you're on a walkie-talkie.
That's what I thought.
I know. I just realized that.
Yeah.
I just realized that. I meant you sound like your voice is like a voice of God. Like,
I have a radio voice. I do have a radio voice.
You have a radio
I've
voice.
been told that I have that voice. Yeah.
With like the bass is there. It's like your Neumann U87 microphone, and
Yeah, well, I think you told me I sounded like Howard Stern.
Yeah, right. But in a good way. I meant that in a good way.
Yeah.
We'll name a rest stop after you. So
A rest stop.
yeah, on the Merritt Parkway. It'd be like the Chris Owen rest stop.
I would prefer it on the Taconic. That's the one I use.
Taconic, even
I try
better.
to stay off the Merritt as much as possible. Wouldn't want to see my name there.
So what are you going to do for us tonight?
Well, I've got a couple of old songs. One is really old. This
How
is
old?
A song
How
that
old?
I actually don't know, but I think it's probably from the late 50s. I was alive then. I don't know if you were.
No, I was born in '64.
Oh my God, that really?
I'm a kid.
I was born at the cusp of 55. I like to say December 28, 1954.
There you go.
So this is a song that was written by the Delaware Water Gap, and
That's where I
was
live.
thinking, I know. That's why I decided to try this, and it was covered by Steve Goodman, the great Steve Goodman, who wrote The Train of New Orleans that Arlo Guthrie covered. And,
Oh yeah, his brother was in The Big Lebowski too. I know that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, not that one. Unfortunately, Steve died very young. He was a tremendous singer-songwriter. So this is called The Vegetable Song. And
Okay.
You want to hear it?
I want to hear it.
Okay.
Go for it.
Oh, it was late one night by the pale moonlight, and all the vegetables gave a spring. They put up a sign that said the dancing's at 9, and all the admissions were free. They were peas and greens and cabbage and beans. It was the biggest crowd you ever did see. And when old man Cucumber, he struck up that number, well, you should have heard the vegetables scream. A little turnip top was doing the backwards flop. The cabbage shook the shimmy, but would not stop. And little red bean shook its feet. The watermelon died with the cockeyed beat. Little tomato, agitator, shook the shimmy with the sweet potato. And old man garlic dropped dead of the colic down at the barnyard dance this morning. Down at the barnyard dance. rabbit shook the shimmy but would not stop. Little red beet shook his feet. The watermelon dived with the cockeyed feet. Little tomato, agitator, shook the shimmy with the sweet potato. And old man Garlic dropped dead of the colic down at the barnyard dance this morning. Down at the barnyard late this morning. Down at the barnyard dance.
There you go. Now, we were listening to you. We have you on the little tiny speakers on the Mac, so
Yeah.
trying to hear you.
So after all this technology, you have me on a tiny little speaker. That's,
You're on these little speakers. I took my headphones off so that we can all hear you at least a little bit. And Paul Fredericks was here, and I understand that you're playing. So what are you doing with Matt and with Paul?
oh my goodness. Well,
Hold on, I gotta put my headphones on. I can't hear you guys. I'm trying to be nice to the people in the studio, but or on the boat club, but I can't hear you. All right, there we go. So what are you doing with Matt
So-
Blumrick and with Paul Frederick musically?
So it was. I decided to try to put this project together. I called it a project
All right.
to kind of stretch us musically, And I found two guys who seemed to be on board with this idea.
Right.
So we put together a trio. It could expand. We kind of leaving it open. We want to build the foundation of a good trio, and we're doing stuff it's mainly blues based,
Right.
but we're doing some of the classic ZZ Top. Some of the really older ZZ Top. Just got back from Babies, things like that, and we're also doing a couple things like Fool for Your Stockings. But the core of our list right now is Robin Ford. And
Wow. Oh, that's great. That's great
and,
stuff.
We're putting a set together of Robin Ford stuff, and I stumbled on this album Live at Rock Palace, which Robin recorded back in 07, 08, which is it's my Desert Island album now. It's just so good, and we're doing the live versions of those songs. It's just all it is Robin Ford on guitar, Travis Carlton, Larry Carlton's son, on bass.
Wow.
And this fella Dos Panos on drums, and it's a beautifully recorded album, and really shows Robin's incredible genius. And so we're doing 4 or 5 tunes from that, and we're building other stuff around it. I hope ultimately to move into more, jazzier stuff. I've been listening to some Larry Carlton stuff. Just trying to get away from just the top. The party band covers, which I've done for, many years.
Right.
But that's the idea. Just the three of us right now. They're both great musicians. They pick up stuff. Paul sings great harmonies on the bass, and so we've got the 2-part going, and Matt's real solid on the drums. So it's a project right now, and we, maybe we'll get out and play on a sidewalk sometime when the sidewalk's open.
When the sidewalk's open, exactly. You know what you want to do? If you're interested in expanding it, when you said Robin Ford, Fred Clark, Fred Clark.
Yeah.
He went to band camp. He goes to band camp, like
Right.
grown-up band camp, with like King Crimson and and he did a Robin Ford band camp for a week, where you hang out with Robin Ford and play music all day long.
Well, that's not a bad way to learn how to play guitar.
Exactly,
It's
and
very
so-
unusual. Yeah.
And so, if you want a guy who plays those styles and is all over that, Fred might be an interesting addition, or at least a sit-in
Right.
on what.
Well, I'm not. I haven't. Adding a guitar, I would prefer to actually add a keyboard to that.
I might know
you
a
don't-
guy.
You don't know. You don't play, do you? I saw you play the accordion, so you must.
I lost 200 gigs this year, so like I will work for a nickel. That's me playing keyboard. That's my pitch.
Well,
I'll work for a nickel.
You should come and sit in with us sometime, seriously, because I think this is going to be good stuff. I'm really enjoying it. I even bought a semi-hollow body guitar to really try to pull it off. I couldn't afford the old ES335, but I've got a D'Angelico, which is damn good, I must
right.
say. But it's funny. The first time I hung it from my shoulders, I couldn't play it at all because it's so different than playing a Strat or a Gibson. It's so huge. I had to kind of wrap my thin frame around it to get to feel comfortable with it, but I'm getting used to it now. And so we're taking our time. I mean, we're just taking our time and moving slowly and building it from the ground up kind of thing, and we'll get out there when we get out there. When you finally have a jam in a live space again, or a talent, and you want a band to play an hour and 10, 20 minutes,
Well, this
we
is
might-
show 30, right? We've been doing this for 30 shows, and
Yeah.
we figure 88. We've been shooting for 88 shows.
88. Okay. Well, that would take us through.
Yeah. Another
July,
year.
right?
Another
July?
year. Another year.
Another year, all the way through another October. Okay. All right. Well, at
Christmas.
my age, I gotta make sure I get to that point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or what else you got for us?
Well, this one I actually decided to do tonight because actually Paul Fredericks was talking about great concerts that he had been to.
Yeah.
He said any concert by the Who is good. So I'm going to do a Who song.
All right, great.
After the Delaware Water Gap.
That's an interesting switch. All right, take it away. Do a Who song. I'll talk to you after.
Got to readjust the equipment here. Not used to play with all this stuff around me. Wires and headphones. Okay. No one knows what it's like. Be the bad man. Be the sad man. Behind blue eyes. No one knows what it's like to be hated, to be fated, to telling only lies. But my dreams, they are as empty as my conscience seems to be. That I have hours only lonely. My love is vengeance. It's never free. No one knows what it's like to feel these feelings like I do. And I blame you. And no one bites back as hard on their anger. None of my pain and woe can show through. But my dreams, they aren't as empty as my conscience seems to be. And I have hours only lonely. My love is vengeance. It's never free. Oh. When my fist clenches, crack it open. Before I use it, lose my cool. And if I smile, tell me some bad news. Before I laugh and act like a fool. And if I swallow anything evil, put your fingers down my throat. And if I shiver, please give me a blanket. Keep me warm, let me wear your coat. No one knows what it's like to be the bad man. the sad man behind blue eyes.
Well, we
That was great.
Some of them. Yeah, I know.
Thank you.
Quite,
Thank you
quite
very
a
much.
difference. When you said an old song, right? So Bill Nolan did a song last week, I think it was, that was like 1865.
Oh, I'll be there.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm like,
Wow.
old song. You're like, oh yeah, it's from the 50s.
Did
I'm
you-
like, the
Did
50s?
Bill write it? Did Bill write
Bill
it?
wrote it. Very good. Very good.
I have one from 1834 that I'll bring out sometime.
Oh, you do?
It's called the Missouri Compromise, 1820.
You know when like
This Missouri Compromise sounds like some kind of political, like a battle or something, you know?
Yeah, well, you know the history of that. It's simply the fact that some states were under the compromise were allowed to stay free, and others were allowed to stay slave states. It was
There
a
you go.
compromise to avoid the Civil War, which we
Didn't
may be
work.
on the verge of. Right? We may be on the verge of it right now. Who knows?
The Connecticut Compromise, right?
Anyway, that's it. Good. Thank you.
Good to see it. Yeah, your new technology solution works great and sounds great.
That's amazing. I got to thank you so much for taking your
Glad
time. You gave me a good half hour. Your dinner was cold.
My
by the
pizza,
time
my
we finished.
pancake pizza. I had pancake pizza that night.
Yeah. Oh.
All right, so yeah, so that was my idea. I actually said it as a joke. I was talking to somebody, and I'm like, how come nobody makes pizzas out of pancakes? Because a pancake is more or less the same ingredients as pizza dough, more or less.
Yeah.
It's like doesn't have yeast in it,
don't tell the Italians.
but it has. Don't tell who.
The Italians in New York that pizza's the same.
Exactly.
Pizza.
No, this is going to be Milford, Pennsylvania pizza. Right, the new hotspot. New Haven is over. New York is over. So what I did was I made a 9-inch pancake. You saw it.
I did.
I made a 9-inch pancake.
I didn't know what it was.
And I put mozzarella cheese and tomatoes, and fresh tomatoes, and scallion and pepperoni on it. And I put it in the oven and baked it. Tasted a lot like a pizza, but every once in a while, you got that breakfast vibe came through. And so then I got the maple syrup out and I put some on the pizza, and it's actually good.
Wow. Well, maybe you ought to sell that idea to iHut or whatever.
I got to do something.
The Pancake House.
There was
IHOP.
there was a pizza place in Boulder, Colorado, and called Bojo's Pizza, famous Boulder pizza place that made Chicago deep dish pizza. They were really good pizza. But they did two things that I thought were amazing. Okay, the first thing that they did is when you bought a pizza, they gave you a bottle of honey that when you're done with the pizza, you put the honey on the crust and you eat the crust as dessert with honey on it.
Wow.
Which I
Sounds
thought
like
was-
you remember the Kreller?
Yes.
The donut that they straightened out and then they
Yes.
put all kinds of things on it. And that's what that sounds like. Pizza,
Exactly. I'm gonna
pizza
bring
bones.
Randy Stone's coming into this conversation.
Hey guys,
Hey,
Hey, Randy Stone, how you doing?
good man. How are you guys doing?
Doing great. So
I like the al fresco thing, Eddie. It's going good.
it's going good. Yeah, we're having
Yeah.
fun. So we're just talking about pancake pizzas, right?
Oh.
So the other thing Bojo's Pizza did, like, at the end of the meal, they would come out and okay, you've just eaten your pizza and you've just eaten the pizza crust with honey on it, right? And they go, "Do you want a small pizza size chocolate chip cookie?" And they made like a deep dish, like 10 or 12-inch deep dish chocolate chip cookie, and you're like, of course I want the chocolate
Why
chip
no?
cookie.
That would be wrong.
Right, that would be
really
wrong.
My
Exactly.
blood sugar's going up just listening to this.
It was so
terrible.
good. It was so
And I haven't had
good.
my dinner yet,
But I've never seen that anywhere else, because every pizza place has a big old oven
Yeah,
and
there's
a
a
bunch
reason.
of things. They can make chocolate chip cookies like nothing.
Good. Glad I didn't
was
know
ready
about
for
that.
this.
Unbelievable.
Well, Ed, that's good. You're looking good despite the diet. That
Ah,
you're
the train.
getting yourself
A
to.
train for train. Look at this.
You hear the train?
Yeah.
That's I
Yes.
like sleeping on the boat down here because like every hour the friggin' train goes by and it's right there. I mean, it's South Norwalk is a weird place. Like you wouldn't think that South Norwalk has a train that goes like right through the
Yeah.
houses.
Yes.
It goes through buildings and under the Bank House
No,
restaurant.
no. At one point, there's some apartments that look to be like 10 feet from that bridge in South Norwalk that goes over Washington Street. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is the train that goes to Danbury, right?
Oh,
But-
okay.
And everybody's like, oh, it goes up past Cannondale and Branchville and all these places. But how does it get out of South Norwalk? It goes like through cement yards and through oil yards, and it comes right through the boat club here, right on the shore. And like you can't see it, but it's like right behind somebody's fence. And it
Wow.
roars all the way up because they don't want to hit somebody when they're like getting out of bed, like
Yeah.
it's like it's through their living room.
There was a famous concert at Shea Stadium, and it was 1976, and it was Robin Trower and Jethro Tull. And I
Wow.
was there. I was in the upper box reserved seats. And during Tull's show, of course, the Shea Stadium was on the LaGuardia Airport landing or takeoff path.
Yep.
So the plane would go over, and for 22 seconds or whatever it was, you couldn't hear the music at all.
Right.
And Ian Anderson is standing there, and he goes, well, you just have to use your imagination on this because the planes are going over and blotting out thick as a brick. That was also the concert that the band came out of the Mets dugout, and some guy poured urine on him as he took the stage.
Ooh.
That's Queens,
not
New
good.
York.
No.
That's not good.
Famous
I saw
concert.
Jethro Tull. I saw a Jethro Tull concert. It was Jethro Tull opening. No, it was John Cougar, not John Mellencamp. John
Yeah.
Cougar
Yeah.
opening for Jethro Tull, opening for the Who
Wow.
in Boulder,
kidding me.
Colorado, at a stadium, and the ticket price was so outrageous that they were boycotted by all the students. They're like, "We are not going. It's outrageous. We will not pay it." It was $17.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And we were like,
So-
$17? We will not pay $17. That's our stadium. That's a ripoff.
That's amazing. With $17, yeah. But how
So,
could Tull be opening up for the Who? I don't.
Can you
I've
imagine?
never seen it that before.
Yeah.
I mean,
And,
what a
and
concert!
so
but-
it was the last ever tour of the Who, like one of the 30 last ever tours of the Who.
The farewell. Yes.
Right, like the
Well, I mean,
nights-
was it the original four?
yeah, I guess it was.
It was Keith Moon,
No,
right?
no, Keith
Keith?
Moon
No.
wasn't. No, he wasn't
He was
alive.
dead.
It was 1985.
That's right around when Keith croaked, actually.
Maybe.
Was it that late?
Because Who Are You came out in '85, and that, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know.
that was that
Late,
tour. That
really?
was that tour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, but who knows? You could have had Kenny Jones.
Yeah, it could have. Well,
'Cause I
so what
remember-
we did was we
yeah.
boycotted, and right next to the stadium,
That showed him.
there was a 12-story building right next to the stadium, and that was the physics building. And we were all like engineering geeks, so we had keys to the labs in the physics building. So we literally went out the window on the 11th floor of the physics building with ropes, and we climbed up to the roof, and we watched the show using telescopes from the roof of
Nice.
the building next to the stadium.
That's what the Cubs fans do on Waverly
Yeah.
Avenue. They're up on the apartment watching the games.
That's what we did.
Yeah.
We're like, we were not paying $17. Like, who has $17?
Yeah.
There's so much money.
It
You
couldn't
know?
have been 85. It had to be
80
a lot earlier than that. Because
80 You
think?
$17, forget it. No, that was
I'd have
like
to look up when
70s.
Who Are You came out. I saw him in '76, the original four at the Garden.
Right.
Scariest show I've ever been to.
Why?
The crowd.
Oh, yeah.
There was no security, and guys were walking in with like beer bottles hidden up their sleeves. M80s were going off. When the concert ended, the Who wouldn't come out for an encore. The crowd got pissed off, and they started turning on the house lights and the music, which made the crowd set off the M80s and start throwing chairs onto stage. It was like, fuck.
That's a bad show, man. That's
It was a great show. But they were mind-blowingly good. But
Well, you remember the Cincinnati show? That,
Yes, yes,
11
indeed.
People were killed trying to get into
Yeah.
the. They had general
Yeah.
seating, and they just opened the doors all at once.
Bingo.
And the crowd rushed in. Boom! It was like a soccer match. in
yeah,
Madrid.
I don't think all at
Yeah.
once. I think there was only like one or two doors, and they were all rushing.
They
You're right, for
squeezed in.
general seat, for general admission.
Yeah, it's horrible. Horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Chris
Well, on
Owen,
that
good to
note-
see you. I'm
All
super,
right, I'll
super glad
sign
you made
off.
it on the show.
Nice job,
Thank
Chris.
You. Thank you very much, guys.
Fantastic. So Randy Stone, we're gonna bring another friend of yours on the stage. We're going to bring Sherry Dobrinin
Hey, Sherry.
live. I'm not going to push a
Excellent.
button and bring.
I want
Sherry.
live Sherry.
All right, but first I got to no, I'm going to do it after Sherry, right? I'm going to figure out who this guy is. Who is this guy? Who are you, Al Olson?
Hey there, how you doing, Ed?
Oh my God, what are you doing on Jam TV?
I was told the rest of the Slapshot boys were going to be here. I don't know. Do you see Eric or Jim or Michael?
They're coming on. They're coming on a little bit later. And
Oh, okay, all right.
I couldn't
Greetings from
figure out-
Charlestown, Rhode Island.
Oh
Hey there,
my
man.
God. Good to see you. All right. We'll be right back after this break, and we are going to... No, there's no break because I don't have the button. No, we'll be right back after this break. Oh my God, no, it's not Sherry Dobrin, it's Sherry Platt. Sorry, like I don't know, like call the union. Get somebody who knows how to do this show. 'Cause I don't know how to do it. I don't even know how to push a button and get Sherry to appear. So I'm just gonna stand.
There you go. You push the button.
I'm
and
just
here I
gonna
am.
stand up, and then we're gonna we're a one-camera show. Like we shoot
Yeah.
this like the movies. I'm like Francis Ford Coppola here. Okay?
Oh my God, that's funny.
Oh my
my
God.
hair.
So all right. So Sherry Dobrin, with no further ado, take it away.
Hey, I'm Ed Train now. Oh my God, can you change that to say Edna? Edna Train.
And the train. Yes, I'll work on that.
All right, hey everyone. I feel like I'm hosting a jam. This is awesome. Who's that? I don't know who that is. All right, anyway, this is very strange. Last time I played some Tin Pan Alley stuff, so here we go. 5'2", Eyes of Blue. It's an old song. It's from like 1920 something. Can you guys hear it? Randy, can you hear it?
Oh yeah.
Turned up nose, turned down hose, never had no other beaux. Has anybody seen my gal? Now if you run into a 5'2", covered with fur, diamond rings, all those things, bet your life it isn't her. Could she love? Could she woo? Could she coo? Has anybody seen my gal? Ready? Here you go, Ed. Solo. Now if you run into a 5'2", covered with fur, diamond rings, all those things, bet your life it isn't her. Could she love? Could she woo? Could she coo? Has anybody seen my gal? This song's so nice, we're gonna sing it twice. 5'2", eyes of blue. Oh, what those 5 feet could do. Has anybody seen my gal? Turned up nose, turned down hose, never had no other beaux. Has anybody seen my gal? Now if you run into a 5'2", covered with fur, diamond rings, all those things, bet your life it isn't her. Could she love? Could she woo? Could she coo? Has anybody seen my gal? Nice.
I barely made it. I I have literally forgotten how to play the accordion.
Really?
No, I swear to you. Like, I was playing with Ray,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, this is a 3-chord song. I'm like, wait, what are chords?
That's a little
I was
baby
like, what are
accordion.
chords? Like, I was like, it's that chord and that. What is that the chord? I'm like, I totally forgot how to
That's
play the
funny.
accordion. I haven't played in months.
Oh, the accordion's fun.
I gotta take it up again.
It is October now, so we need to do an Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do that. Next week we'll do it on
All right. I have to see if my dirndl still fits, and it might not.
I have to see if my journal something.
Your lederhosen. Okay. I'll do one more like kind of old-fashioned sort of song. This is my COVID theme song now. I don't have COVID. I got tested today. I'm negative. But what was I gonna say? Oh, this is my COVID theme song. Don't get around much anymore.
Yes, exactly.
There you go. Appropriate.
Missed the Saturday dance. Heard they crowded the floor. Couldn't bear it without you. Don't get around much anymore. Thought I'd visit the club. Got as far as the door. They'd have asked me about you. Don't get around much anymore. Darling, I guess my mind's more at ease. Nevertheless, why stir up memories? I've been invited on dates. Got a combo of 4. Softly different without you. Don't get around much anymore. Want to try solo?
Sure.
Here we go. Been invited on dates. I might have gone but what for? Softly different without you. Don't get around much anymore. Missed the Saturday dance. Heard they crowded the floor. Couldn't bear it without you. Don't get around much anymore. Thought I'd visit the club. Got as far as the door. They'd have asked me about you. Don't get around much anymore. Darling, I guess my mind's more at ease. Nevertheless, why stir up memories? I've been invited on dates. I might have gone, but what for? It's awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore. Awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore. All right, want to show
No,
back?
do another one.
Another one?
Come on, do 2 more.
Oh my God, I don't know how to play either.
I don't, right? Have you been playing though? Have you been playing professionally? What are
I've
you
been
talking about?
playing at work, yes, yeah. But for a while I wasn't. Like for like maybe like the first half of the pandemic. So.
Yeah, I haven't been playing much. Not enough, you know?
Yeah.
Obviously. All right,
All right.
accordion.
Let's see. I'm
What
gonna,
happened?
what's a good accordion song?
They're all good accordion songs.
They are. All right, I'm all about that bass, and we're all treble over here.
Exactly.
There's
right.
like no bass whatsoever. Oh, that's kind of bassy. That's, he's got bass.
Good bass. Just because it's small.
Okay, I haven't played that one in like 5 years. Okay. Because you know I'm all about that bass, no treble. I'm all about that bass, that bass. Wait, hang on.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the second chord?
I don't know. B.
Oh.
I gotta fly
Oh,
in my
I got
hair.
it. I got
Oh, God, no. Just kidding.
it. Wait, in jail. Jail. Put Ed in jail.
Go, you dead train.
Because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, bass. Yeah, it's pretty clear. I ain't no size 2, but I can shake it like I'm supposed to do. So I got that boom boom that all the boys chase. All the right junk in all the right places. I see those magazines working at Photoshop. We know that stuff ain't real. Come on now, make it stop. If you got beauty, just raise it up. Every inch of you is perfect from your bottom to your top. No, my mama, she told me don't worry about your size. She said boys like a little more booty to hold at night. You know I won't be no stick figure, silicone Barbie doll. So if that's what you're into, then go ahead and move along. Because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, accordion solo. I'm bringing booty back. Go ahead and tell the skinny women that. No, I'm just playing. Say you think you're fat. I'm here to tell you every inch of you is perfect from your bottom to your top. No, my mama, she told me don't worry about your size. She said boys like a little more booty too. Oh, that night. No, I won't be no stick figure, silicone Barbie doll. So if that's what you're into, then go ahead and move along. Because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, I'm all about that bass, You know I'm all about that bass, You know I'm all about that bass, Because I'm all about that bass, bass. Fun.
Is that an accordion song or what?
That's absolutely an accordion song. All right, you said I got one more.
Oh, you do one more on your own. Do like a real song now. Not an accordion song.
Except you're gonna want to play the accordion to this.
I'll do an interpretive dance. In the background.
You got it right. Baby, how was I supposed to know
Cousin It, right? Like Cousin It coming up, like working, push the button on the show. Return of mine hand.
This show is crazy.
This show is crazy. We'll be right back. Hey, Randy.
That was great. That was cool.
That was kind of fun, you know.
It was. Sherry's voice is really good. Like I don't get around much anymore. Sherry, that was great. You sang that. There's a lot of notes in that. That's not just like,
I'm unplugging.
two
you-
monotone notes.
Now she can hear it. Tell her that again.
You sang like don't get around much anymore. We got an echo. That was the song that had like scales in it. You sang that really well. That's not like a pop song with two notes in the melody.
Do you know who wrote it?
No.
Duke
Steve
Ellington.
Allen.
Wow, really?
It was Duke Ellington, yeah.
You only learn songs like that at Berkeley, all right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't learn it at Berkeley, but okay, we'll go with
So
that.
we're at the boat club. For those of you who don't know, we're like literally at the boat club on
Very
the
scenic.
dock. There
Very
we are.
scenic.
We have actual people at the show, which is very weird for me. Normally, what happens on the show, like they're sitting here and I got my headphones on, so I can talk on the show, whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, there's Ed Train on his cell phone, like, hey dude, so how you doing? They're sitting there trying to be quiet. Nothing interesting for people who are sitting here, except the fire pit, which is really. We got Ray Simonelli, we got the Platts over here.
The Razor. I heard him. He was great.
The
Is it
shadow.
cold? Is it cold down there?
It's freezing down here, right? But we have a fire. We have look at this. Look what we
And,
have.
I'm so glad I'm in my comfy home. Oh, that's cool. That's nice. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it's not like a 55-gallon drum with garbage in it. I mean, this is like an expensive night. This is a
Cooking
fancy
some
joint.
roadkill. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is a fancy joint. This is not like
Yeah, I tell you.
it looks a little like a 55-gallon
No,
drum.
you-
Like
Production
out.
values, man. You got production values. Yeah.
Right, Bonfire of the Vanities. Like, never get off the highway. Oh my god. So so we're like hanging out in the show, but I got this idea. I was in Connecticut, and I wanted to just wanted to stay here and not drive back
Yeah.
to Pennsylvania to show. I needed tomorrow. I'm gonna go visit my new kitten tomorrow, Munster, the little orange one.
I saw that little thing. Yes.
And so I wanted to visit him, and then my car. I don't know if you heard, but my
No.
mechanic. So I don't speak Spanish, and he doesn't really speak English. He speaks a little English, and it's amazing. FJ Auto in Danbury. Go there; they will take care of you, and they're amazingly cheap. They're amazing. They're really, really great. But
All
they
kinds of
also-
cars.
Yeah, all kinds of cars. These guys are geniuses, right? And they're super, super cheap, and really good. So anyway, yesterday or when I came into the boat club, I stopped. I come down the hill at the boat club, which is pretty
Yep.
steep.
Yep.
And I, that miserable hill and the
Oh,
ice
yeah.
and trying to
Oh, yeah.
navigate, right?
It's my friend. Yeah.
The hill is your friend. And so I drive down the hill, but there was a van. So I block in the van, which means I block in everybody.
Everyone. Yeah.
Everybody's blocked in. And Ray Simonelli, good to see you. All right, I'll catch you later. So I pull up like 5 or 6 feet from the back of the van, and I just say to the guys, they're like working on something, and I'm like, look, I just need to go to the boat and drop my cat off. And they're like, you need to what? And I'm like, yeah, bring Pinky down to the boat.
Trust
So
me,
then I'll come
yeah.
back up. I get back in the car, I push the starter button, and the car doesn't start. And I'm like, oh God, I've blocked, these guys are on the clock. Like, I'm going to get a bill for this, right? So I thought, well, I'm 5 or 6 feet away from their bumper, and I have a stick. So I put it in first gear. And
Come
I
on,
rolled
baby.
I rolled it 3.5 of the 5 feet.
And you
then
popped
I
it?
popped the clutch, and it started, and I was like that far
Oh.
from the bumper. I mean, really that
Yeah,
far from
that's
the bumper.
yeah. When I used to drive a stick, those were please come on, mama, just give me enough speed to pop this clutch, baby, and yeah.
You got it. So,
Yeah.
and in a modern car, who knows if it would even start? Like, who
No,
knows
it's-
if the coil
I
is
know,
energized?
I know, it wouldn't start. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so it starts, and so I take it up to my guys up at F and J, and they go around the car. They got a guy on a ladder. It's on the lift, and they're underneath, and they're poking
Yeah, yeah.
wires and whatever. And they're like, "It's not the starter." And I'm like, "It's not the starter." I'm like, "Oh God, the computer's blown." Or right.
Yeah, right.
And they're like, "No. Your feet are too big." And I'm like,
Isn't that a song? Yeah.
Your feet's too big. His feet's
Yes.
too big. They start singing and dancing the song. His feet's too big. Okay. And I swear to God. And so, no, what happened was what size shoe are you, Randy Stone?
I'm a 12, Ed.
Okay, I'm a 14.
Oh.
So the 14 reaches up behind the dashboard in the Mini, and there's a wire there that is connected to something that makes the car start.
And you disconnected it?
I disconnected it with
Nice.
my big foot.
Nice.
So the mechanic literally told me that in his bad English, he's like, your foot's too big. And I'm like, it's too big. Okay. Your feet's too big. That's really
Many
funny.
lines, so little
I'm playing
time.
that on the accordion next week, and I'm dedicating it to
there you
MJ
go,
Auto
there you
and
go.
everything.
Yeah.
But, you know, they worked on the car. They got me right in, and they charged me $50, and they fixed my car. So
That's good. That's good. I have a garage like that in Monroe. I'm in Easton, very close in Monroe.
Right.
Ironically called Monroe Muffler, even though that's a corporate
Oh, I
name.
know
but-
that place. I know
Yeah,
that place.
but they're honest and they know what they're doing. I can't tell you how many times I've gone in there like, we fixed it, go. You don't owe us anything. Like, because when it's something severe, then I'm writing them a big check. So
That's it.
they know what to do. Yeah.
That's it. That's absolutely true. So, what have you been up to lately? Like, what else have you been up to? Music?
You know,
Because
I
you're-
had a spate of actually playing with human beings and not virtually. Got to play with you on the street corner in Westport. I did that 3 times. The thing Dave Rao put together, and at Voodoo Carnival, Ray was there many times. Dale Allen, Christine Cook. Geez, I'm going to forget everybody who was there that I played. Oh, AJ, Billy, all those cats. So that was fun. I got about 4 gigs in with the B-side at Ripka's in South Norwalk. I had 1 private party gig at the Westport Hunt Club. Yes. There's, with the Rough Dogs. That was
So
cool.
wait a minute. You have been gigging more than ever.
All outside, man. True. All outside. And not more than ever. I had 35 gigs booked with 4 different bands this year. That kind of, I did 5 of them.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that's what I've been up to. Other than that, I don't do much. To quote Sherry, I don't get around much anymore. It's I'm not looking for trouble. It finds me. I don't need to go fucking looking for it.
No, it's really good. I'm glad you've been playing as many gigs as you have.
It's been a tonic, and when I can't, I'm hosting. I have a little thing I call the Grassy Knoll, as you've seen in other videos, and it's all. I have 2 battery-powered PAs, Roland BA 330s, 330s. They're powered on 8 AA's, and I have a little mini guitar amp from Roland, and I have a pig nose bass amp. And that's enough to do a band. That's an electric band, not too loud. I'm not too woofy on the bass, but it's fine with the drum kit.
So wait, so you sent me a video. Is it Love Is the Drug?
Yes.
What is that? Is that a Kesha song? Like
No.
Love Is My Drug?
No, you
Like,
got to turn the clock way back, my friend. That's Roxy Music.
Roxy Music. Wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm
gonna
surprised
play-
you didn't
I'm
know
gonna-
that from your MTV days. There was
Well, you're right. But I've been listening to the Tubes lately.
I saw the Tubes.
They're great.
It was one of the most mind-blowing stage shows I've ever seen. I was high as a kite. I was with a buddy of mine. We got wasted before the show. We didn't really know who they were. And the costuming and the staging, it made Kiss look like amateur hour. These guys were good, and they could play. They were killer musicians. The keyboard player in particular was a motherfucker. He could really play. So I appreciate the Tubes.
They had there were bands in the 80s, bands that were underrated because
Yeah.
the 80s were just a little too cheesy overall.
We didn't know
what
it
I
at
mean?
the time, but they were a little too 80s.
You got it right, but
Yeah.
there were bands that were like Human League, like really, like you're not even a band, like you're not even.
I know.
They're like,
Actually, I do one of their songs, but that's right.
But there you go. But they're like, and I love their
Fascination.
songs. I love it. Right?
Mhm.
It's fine. But these are not like they get on the mic at the show and they're like, we've never sung songs ever
I know.
before. We're amazing, It's like Ferris Bueller. Like, look, no,
No, I know.
listen. You know?
This is not like seeing, I don't know, the Miles Davis quintet.
Exactly, right.
Yeah,
But
I know what you
there
mean.
were bands like Level 42. Do you remember those guys?
Oh yeah, Mark King. Actually, that dude on bass, another motherfucker, Mark King on bass
Crazy.
playing Alembic. That guy is really good. But
He's crazy good. I heard they used to do this thing. Of course, listen, if you play in a band, like I always felt sorry for the Hammond. I take the gig, mind you, by the way. But
We take every gig.
I take any for a nickel.
Yeah.
I take any gig right now.
Yeah,
but
right.
but like I always felt sorry for the Hammond organ player or the guitar player in Tower of Power because the horn players own that band. And so, like, every solo is a horn solo. Every amazing thing, every backflip thing is a horn thing, not a keyboard thing.
That is true.
You play a concert with them, you maybe get 1 4-bar
yeah,
solo.
right.
You know what I mean?
And if they don't take the spotlight, he just passed, their goddamn bass player, that Rocco Prestia. That guy was a force of nature on his own, and it's rare that in a band like that people focus on the bass player. Don't I know?
Correct.
But that guy, he was captivating. You couldn't take your eyes off of him.
Right. And the bass player in Level 42,
Yes.
it was his band. It was his band.
Correct.
He's
Correct.
like, I hired you guys to back me,
That's
and I wrote the music, whatever it was.
Yeah,
And so he used to do like, talk about bass solo. You know the jokes, right? About bass
Yes,
solos, right?
Yes,
This guy would be like, all right, I'm going to take a 30-minute bass solo.
He
And
did.
you would sit there the whole time going,
I
I
know.
have never seen anything so amazing as this guy playing
Yeah,
bass.
I know. But
Slapping
he did
and
take a long
popping.
solo. Yeah, he was a slap and pop player, which I can't do. But he was amazing. He had the equipment and the British band, I think, right? I think they're British. Yeah.
Yes, something like
Yeah,
that.
that
So-
song was Something About You.
All right, so now I'm going to play Love Is My Drug by Kesha. Here we go.
Thank you.
Ain't no big thing to wait for the bell to ring. Ain't no big thing, the toll of the bell. Aggravated, spare for days. I troll downtown to the red light place. Jump up, bubble up, what's in store? Love is the drug and I need to score. Showing out, hit and run. Boy meets girl where the beat goes on. Stitched up tight, can't shake free. Love is the drug, got a hook on me. Oh, catch that buzz. Love is the drug that I'm thinking of. Oh, can't you see? Love is the drug for me. That night I parked my car, stayed my place in the singles bar. Face to face, toe to toe, heart to heart as we hit the floor. Lumber up, limbo down, the locked embrace, the stumble around. I say go, she say yes. Dim the lights, you can guess the rest. Oh, catch that buzz. Love is the drug that I'm thinking of. Oh, can't you see? Love is the drug, got a hook on me. Oh, up for me.
Now you remember that song?
That wasn't Kesha.
No, you're right. It wasn't.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That was some other band.
No, B-side band. That was Beth Mulcairn, Aya Videlli on lead vocals, Betsy Benham on harmonies, Warren McGuire guitar, and Joe Sullivan on drums.
How are all those guys doing? I haven't talked to them. Some people flow through Jam TV, but they don't. So
Yeah, no, I tried to pull some of them on, but they're fine. I mean, Betsy has a kind of healing massage business going on. Beth is a nurse. Warren's doing IT stuff I don't understand, and Joe works for Dooney and Bourke in Norwalk, the fashion company. They're doing fine. They're like the rest of us. They would love to have a fucking gig.
Yeah,
And now I think I'm done for a long time because I'm not doing indoor gigs. I turned my first one down last week. I'm not doing it.
Well, this is not a political show, but you know what's going to happen? Going to happen? Whatever happens next month with the election and then the ensuing civil war and
the chaos,
Supreme Court determining who the president is, whatever that is going to be. The day after it's all resolved, Anthony Fauci, they're like gonna unlock the door in the basement where he's locked up, and he's gonna come out and he's gonna be all gaunt, and he's gonna come out and he's gonna be like, "Now I'm going to tell you the truth about the COVID. I'll tell you what's gonna happen. Now you're all stuck in your houses for the next year."
Soylent Green is food. Yeah,
Soylent Green. That's what he'll do. He will come out of the bunker and he'll go, "It's people. It's people."
That's a nice bit of satire, but there's a little bit of. It's not feeling good these days, man. It's really not.
No.
This little incident in Michigan today was disturbing.
Oh my God! Don't. There's not a place.
All right, I'm sorry.
But you do have a fly in your hair. That's. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm just gonna say that.
Help me!
This is a comedic writer's wet dream.
If you go and look up, there's already editorial cartoons on it that are actually pretty funny.
Oh
And yes, God. I mean, you could just see some editorial cartoonist watching that debate going, "Oh God, put your drink down. Give me my sketch pad. Perfect."
It's really true. It's really true. Like I don't care if you're a Republican, be a Republican, love
Whatever.
it. But the fly was freaking precious.
And he stayed there like, "Oh God, this is good. Oh God, I'm going to stay here for 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Oh God, this is good." I don't know what he loved there, but there's a bunch of memes going around like, how long will it take
I just figured it out. They cut to the audience, and Nancy Pelosi had a little radio control box.
She did.
I thought I saw that.
I think you're right. Yeah. That's a conspiracy theory I could buy into.
DJI made a drone for the Chinese, and Nancy Pelosi ordered the first one. It's just like, right?
One would have thought it would have been Spanish, but it may be Chinese, yeah.
I remember when they were first talking about robotics, right? And they're like, they're going to make robots that are so small that they put them in your hair, you sprinkle them in your hair, and they will climb down your hair and constantly cut your hair so you'll have a perfect haircut all the time.
Well,
and that's what happened yesterday.
Did you get a haircut?
No,
you didn't break. I haven't broken down either. I was going to go today actually, because you and I were busting chops on each other when I played with you. I know. Look at us. We're like the Brett girls.
No, we're the Brett girls. Yes, we're going to start a band called the Brett girls.
Yeah,
that is brilliant.
There's a reference no one will fucking get, but that's it.
That is brilliant. Yes. So no, I'm keeping my hair until the pandemic is officially over.
Yeah, I know. I heard that. I agree.
Yeah, Sherry Dober. Okay, that's
Sherry, Lady
Sherry, whatever her name is.
Sherry, a really hideous Lady Godiva comes to mind.
Yes, exactly. This is what I'm doing. I'm like, it's Sherry Platt. There it is. Yeah, I got it.
I'm just keeping my hands warm.
Got it.
I got you.
Oh my God.
I can think of many ways to do that. Yeah.
All right, hang on. We're gonna do something crazy now. You ready?
Yeah.
Watch this.
Hey.
That's one. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Oh my God, that's
Hey, Andy.
two. Here we go. We're not stopping. We're not stopping. Oh my God, this is
Hey,
three.
all right.
And there they are. Now
Look
this
at all
is
this.
four.
Hey,
And this is five.
weekend.
Who's that?
Now we got a crowd.
Oh, there's Al, there's Eric, there's Mikey. Hey, Randy.
Yo,
Hey, fellas.
what's up?
Hey,
Let's get
Ed.
some cards and some chips and
I got something important to say.
What? What's
Ed,
it?
you have the perfect Eurotrash look going. When you had the accordion going, oh, it was great. I was just like, I was transported, across the ocean. And actually, the ukulele and, that thing that some call an instrument that you were playing actually sounded pretty good together, even though it was a Eurotrash
good.
experience.
I agree.
I am unplugging my headset and I'm muting my microphone so that Sherry can hear what you said. Say it again.
I really like the combination of the ukulele and the accordion. It really sounded good.
Sounded great.
It did. It worked.
But didn't you also say that Ed looks like Eurotrash?
Well, yeah, but that was part of it.
That makes the
right?
whole thing work.
I just
You know,
want to make
it-
sure Sherry heard that part.
I felt like I was in like the gutter, in Munich, at a beer garden after having drunk all night and hearing a couple of people entertain me. It was
Maybe he
was
could do the
great.
he could do the final countdown for us.
Yeah. So thank you.
Oh man.
That's really funny. Yeah, I got to wear the headset. They can't hear you unless I unplug my headset.
We don't know what's going on.
So that was really funny. So how you guys doing? This is like almost like a band that's here, except for Randy. You're like our critic,
Yeah, it's been a fun ride, especially the last 48 hours. It's been pretty cool. Hey, Al.
Hi, guys.
It has. Al came through with the recording.
Yeah.
Originally, we could only get it off the webcam computer because he had it on his Tascam, but the connector was busted. And last minute, Al came through, got it off his recorder, sent it to Mikey, and they put it. Oh, it was sweet. It was sweet.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was.
Use your 1/8-inch jacks, ladies and gentlemen.
There it is.
All right.
Fantastic. That's
$4,
fantastic.
right? $4.
Actually, it was a good one. It's a stereo jack. It was like $15 at
Oh
Staples.
boy.
That's really cool. I didn't realize that was going on. So I don't know if you guys don't know this, but we used to do the jam for a while. This jam moved around to lots of different places. I'll see you guys later. The jam moved to Norwalk Boat Club when I became a member here, and we used to do the jam down here. Winston was down here, and Mike was down. You were here, right, Mike?
Yeah.
I remember. And so I'm literally at the boat club right now doing the jam from the deck of the boat club.
Yeah, it's so cool.
And early on, yeah, it's actually very cool.
Very
It's
cool.
like 52 degrees.
Yeah,
freezing
yeah,
my
it's
ass
getting cool. The water's probably warmer than the air right
Yeah, I'm
now.
gonna go swimming. Yeah, I'm gonna just jump right in.
Let's
But,
try it out. No.
So I'm doing the show. We had Bill Noman and Ray Simonelli and Sherry perform live here at the boat club. It was really fun.
It was.
Yeah, great.
With the fire pit going and everything.
The fire pit's going. It's a really good time.
The audio was really good too. Ray, I could finally hear Ray's voice. Like,
Yes, I agree, Mikey. I could. Everything sounded good. I was very surprised. I could hear everything. The uke, the vocals, everything was good.
you sound extraordinary, Jimmy.
I do.
Yeah.
He does.
You got a mic right in your
I
mouth.
got my headset fixed. No, there you go.
So tell me about this recording that we all did together separately.
Together separately, yeah.
Eric,
I'd like to answer that. Michael kind of put it all together, right?
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Al.
we agreed on a song, and when we said, "All right, let's try and lay it down," it's only 3 chords, and then we realized, well, it's 3 chords really, really fast. So it's like
5 minutes.
yeah, for 5.5 minutes, it was like, oh, maybe this isn't as easy as we thought it was. But no, we got it down. I laid down a scratch track and some vocals, and we passed it around, and it built up. It's really cool the way we can do this now, and it's just like, it sounds like we all went into a studio for 3 days. You know,
Right,
it's great.
exactly.
Yeah, it does. It came
Yeah.
out really well. I was very surprised.
And Mike, I'll let Mike talk about the personnel a little bit. Well, I'll let you talk about our piano player, and then I'll let you I want to introduce Al a little bit to the group.
Sure. Yeah. So this was an interesting one. I played 2 drum sets on it.
Wow.
So I played twice. 2 different, because it's an Allman Brothers tune, and I wanted, the double drum set effect. So that was pretty interesting. That's the first time for that, and then we got a friend of mine, Ray, who's been in a couple of videos to do the piano. There's a piano and a Hammond organ part. So we got Ed on the Hammond organ, and then we have Ray on the piano, which turned out just to be dynamite. And then Al like really kicked ass on the guitar too. And Eric, you did a great job too. And Jimmy, man, that was awesome. Just everybody, man, we had a great time.
It's a song I played for a long time. Yeah, and when you sent me the backing track and it had Oakley's bass, I was like, you got to get me a cut without it, because it would throw me off. I have a certain way I play it, and
right,
it's kind of galloping along there. It was good. It was a lot of fun.
I think that's what's good about the song too, is that we all put our own mark on it, but it still has the same feel of the original.
Yes.
But I wanted to talk a little bit about Al, because Al and I played together since high school.
High school, 40 years ago.
I think our first gig was like he was like a senior in high school. I was a junior in high school, and we played like Creedmoor Psychiatric Center on acoustic guitars for the patients there. I mean, that's where we got started. But it didn't take Al long. By the time he was 17, he was like better as a guitar player than I am now. And he plays like Eric Clapton.
I told you.
He brings that Eric Clapton feel to the Allman Brothers, I think.
I tried to mix it up with a little Dickie Betts in there, but yeah, I have a Stratocaster. That's the way it's going to sound.
So who's got a hamster in their room? Somebody's making a racket. I think it's that one. I found it. But so who here has seen the Allman Brothers live?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I couple of times
Live at the Beacon for my 50th.
Wow.
Yeah.
And many times before that.
Yeah, I've seen them a couple of times. I saw them with what's his face, Warren Haynes a lot. I never got to see them live before that period. Like they played with Dangerous Dan Tolbert and some other guys, and so. But
when Dickie had Full Reign.
Exactly.
I got to see them 1986, the day after the Mets won the World Series.
Wow.
At Madison Square Garden, what was called the Crackdown concert. It was Run DMC, Carlos Santana, Tito Puente, and the Allman Brothers. Oh, and Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
Jeez.
Wow.
Talking about baseball references, I saw the Allman Brothers, and Bernie Williams was the third guitar player that night.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Sick. Burn, baby, burn.
Cool. All right. Without further ado, I'm going to play the song that we're talking about, and here it comes.
All right.
Woo!
Boys.
Yay!
That was a trip.
Oh, you guys killed that. That was fucking great.
Thanks, Randy.
That was fun, man.
That was good.
That
It
was
was.
super fun.
It was a lot
Yeah,
of
sorry
fun.
about the glitch there. The song. So there's this thing about the broadcasting that we do, and it involves the videos have
Right.
to be 5 minutes or less, and that song had 5 minutes or more. So I had to push a button.
It's all right.
It got all messed up, so sorry about that.
That's okay.
When
Hey.
you go and you watch it, go on Last Minute Productions page, or
Yeah.
go to any of these guys will probably repost it.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
repost it, and you'll get the full, 14:4. The file will be so big it'll choke a horse, and it'll look really good. And
That was a great job, and I'm so glad you didn't do One Way Out because it's like the most overplayed Almond song. I don't hear a lot of people doing Compound. That was good.
Thank you.
It really is. So this is the ultimate Sasha's Fest show. We have like all guys. There are no girls on this song at all. Like we have women that we work with. This is the ultimate Sasha's Fest show. We're gonna break
I'm back
it
in
up.
high school.
We're We're gonna break it up. I actually have a last minute production player who is a woman, and here she comes.
God.
Is no
Hey, Heidi.
is
Hey.
no longer the biggest sausage fest in the world.
I watched the whole thing, but hi, how are you? That was great. I went to
Hi.
what I do is I leave. Hi everyone. I leave to watch it on the big screen in another room, and then I come back.
Okay.
Ah,
So I saw the whole thing.
Cool.
That's really cool. So how have you
Great,
been doing,
great.
Heidi?
It was really good, guys.
Thank you.
Good, good.
Thank
I've
you
been
very much.
watching, but yeah, and as I said, it sounds a lot better and it looks a lot better on my big TV screen. So I go to the other one because right now I'm on the computer. So
Yeah, right.
that's
Yeah,
why
it's not
sometimes.
quite the same, is it?
Well, no,
But you
and then
really want to
when
hear it. Yeah.
when it ends, I'm not at the spot. Like when it shows me backstage, I come running back. I sit here at the computer, but I watch.
how's it going, Heidi?
Good. Hi, Mike.
Yeah, good
So,
to see. So these are
are
all,
you-
we have like a family together now of last minute productions players who have joined. I mean, have you kept track of how many people, if I had to ask you, Mike, how many people has it been who's been in all the different productions of last minute productions?
I would say north of 20 people.
Oh, more than that, because we got your reggae people, right?
Yeah.
That's another 10 right there, you know?
True. Yeah.
A lot
Yeah.
of
Probably like 30 people, maybe. I would say.
A lot of people have gotten involved.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, and you know what? Here's a video. I'm going to play a video now that we have not done a rerun of, and it's with Heidi singing, and here it comes.
Just like committing the time.
Ooh, that was a good one.
There
Awesome.
it goes.
We have
Nice job, kid. Nice job, kid.
That was a good.
That was really. Now, Heidi, I gotta ask you a question, Heidi. So Heidi,
Great song,
did a lot of performing with a lot of different groups and touring with groups and all that. But you harmonize better than anybody I know. Like, you're a terrific harmony singer. What do you prefer to do? Do you prefer to be singing harmonies, or do you prefer to be the lead vocalist?
That's a really good question. I don't know. It depends on the song, I guess.
Did you
I
ever
think
see that documentary? They did a documentary called 20.
song and
What's that?
person. The 6 feet, the 3 feet, or
There was one 20
feet,
from
20
Stardom.
feet from Stardom.
20 feet from Stardom.
That
Yeah.
one?
You were in that, right?
Oh my God.
From Stardom with Lisa Fisher. And
Marie, did you meet Claudia Lanier?
I love.
Claudia Lanier. Did you meet
Say that
Claudia
again?
Lanier? Claudia. Can't hear me. Okay.
Claudia
No, I
Lanier.
hear you. I did not meet Claudia.
No. So singing harmonies? I remember you said something about your growing up. You sang harmonies, or that's how you got into that, Heidi?
A lot. For when, like, I was 4 years old with my sister. All my sisters sang, and my father is a guitarist, and my mom's a pianist. So they had us all singing together and harmonizing. And
Yeah, and so you sang. And what kind of music were you singing when you did those harmonies?
in Spanish, everything in Spanish. With my father, everything was in Spanish. My parents spoke Spanish, so I spoke Spanish at home. So songs that you guys probably would not know.
Can you sing
except-
one? Sing a song.
I have actually, it's funny, recordings with my dad, like one particular that I recorded over the phone recently from an old tape. An example would be like Sum 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 baba sum 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 baba pájaro lindo de la madruga. And then it goes into a real fast guitar strumming. And my dad had this way of playing that he played like rhythm and lead at the same time and had an incredible amount of rhythm in his playing. He played in an orchestra in Cuba that was called Saratoga. And he just had so much of this, you know, and he wanted us to sing with him. We kind of had no choice. But that's one. And then there's a whole bunch of cool like songs that we did with him. But then I did a lot of singing in English too on my own because I got inspired to sing. And I always, back then I used to play and sing a lot. But harmonizing with people is one of my favorite things. And I think it also has to do with the song, the person. And I like to feel that we become like a team and that we make each other sound really strong. It's just, I don't know, it's something I love doing. Maybe it was instilled.
There's something really nice about when you're not the person up front. Like, I have always considered myself a sideman. Like, I don't want to be up front. I want to be a support player. I want to fill things out. Like, I play organ and accordion, and so those are instruments that create a fill and a wash, and I'm very happy there. Like, I don't want to be up front.
And I had a different experience. I wanted to be up front, but the band didn't want me to be up front. So I ended up in the same position that you're in. Some people have it, and then some people, you know, don't quite. I love being in front. Oh my God!
When it comes to except when it comes to Pink Floyd, Ed.
Right, Heidi?
Oh yeah, right. I did not want to be in the front for the Pink Floyd. No.
Maybe we should watch that one.
Oh yeah.
I want to tell Winston something really quickly, and Mike, and maybe Ed can even be part of this little thing. I'm thinking now that we could really surprise Winston with a video that I have of Winston playing alone. I don't know
send
if you
that right
remember.
on. You send me that. That's amazing.
I'm gonna send it to you, and it's
Where was that?
outside. And you said to me, and you said, I don't care. I said, do you mind that I'm recording you? You said, I don't care, just as long as I sound good. And I was like, it sounds good. And I have you on a couple of different, yeah. So I'm going to send that to you. And Winston, you're going to have to come back and catch it because it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got to say, Heidi and I met in an attic, right? And I'm assuming this is the same place. Now it was a nice attic. Right up at the top of Fogelman's house is where we first jammed.
Is that where we met?
Yeah, so you must have taken this outside.
It was outside. It was outside. See, when we were jamming in the attic, well, I taped him in one of the guitar BQs, but I think we might have all jammed together upstairs as well.
Upstairs, yeah.
Was that when George was there and his kid was really tiny? He was playing downstairs in the playpen. Remember George, this little boy was like really small?
Yeah.
It might have been that section.
You gotta come up for it, but you gotta come up here, Heidi. I mean, when the virus is over, it's been too long. It's been way too long.
A long time.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Well, the Fogels have to have another. Fogelmans need another. They just had a Fogel Fest, but
yeah. But it was really scaled back. It wasn't the real thing.
Canopy at Veterans Park. We had the big stand.
Yeah, I mean, they did the movie screen, and we watched the Dead play instead of playing ourselves. I mean, come on, how lame is that, right? Sorry, I think actually Kathy's watching.
Kathy, if you're watching, I wanted to be there. No, there was a lot of decorating involved, from what I understand, and a lot of setting up stuff. Yeah,
it was nice. It was nice.
Did you sleep over with
but you weren't there, so how could it be good?
Exactly. So I've got one more that I'm going to play that Heidi sings on. Then maybe I'll play The Wall. I don't rerun that one because I'm like, I control what I rerun, and I'm like, I don't want to be seen in the center of the thing like this. Mike even said to me when I delivered it to him, right? He's like, my God, it's like the Ed Train video, and I'm like, no, I don't want it to be the Ed Train video.
It turned out really good. I'd love to hear that again.
Oh my God, right answer. But I'm going to play another one because today, I don't know if your ears were ringing, Heidi, but today I teach music online to kids in Bridgeport, Connecticut, like inner city kids that don't have a music program in their school, and they really need music, and they really need something that's not like COVID-19 being at home work. And so I had a new student today who signed on, and she's a freshman in high school. She's a little shy. And I was like, all right, I'm like, I come on like a ton of bricks when it's like music. I'm like, all right, here's what we're doing. We're doing recording. We're making records. I'm going to teach you to play an instrument. We're going to do collaborative videos and whatever. And then I went, I got to play her something that she's going to think is awesome. And I played her your song, and it's this song right here.
Cool.
Hey lady, got the love I need. Maybe more than enough. Oh darling, walk a while with me. Oh, you got so much, so much, so much. Times been bitten, many times I've gazed along the open road.
Sweet. I love that. That was awesome.
Yeah, I love that. I've heard that before. It's better the second time. That's really good.
I love that scarf too.
Yeah, that's
That
really
was
my
a cool
student,
scarf.
She was like, I was watching her watch it. We were on a Zoom call, and she was watching it. The student, and this is like a 14-year-old, and she was like,
Nice.
"What?" Like she never
Yeah.
seen anything like it. It was really cool. And then
It's very cool.
later, I told her, I said, "By the way, I hope you know we didn't write that song. So if you didn't write, oh, I thought you wrote it." I'm like, yes, we did. I was joking. We did.
That was wonderful.
Yeah, Heidi,
it's
you really made that one special. That was great.
I mean, it's
I
cool.
was dancing in the kitchen.
It was good. All right, I'm gonna play the Pink Floyd one. I'm cringing the whole time though.
I don't think I've seen this.
No, your
I can't wait.
organ in that Led Zeppelin song.
That Led Zeppelin one was great. Caesar knocked it out of the freaking park. How did we find Caesar? Is he a friend of yours, Heidi?
No, Caesar is a friend of JC.
He's a friend of JC's because I've never met Caesar. Where does he live? He lives around the area here.
He lives in Connecticut somewhere.
He lives in Connecticut. For some reason, I thought he lived in Texas also. So, but anyway, yeah, this one we had a singer lined up for this one, and the singer had to drop out. So Michael was like, "I got a great idea. You should do this," and I was like, "Oh hell no, that's a very bad idea." And then I thought about it, and I was like, if he has the nerve to bring that up once, he's going to bring it up again and again and again. And what are you going to sing, Michael? What are you going to do one?
I could sing one. Let me
Mike
think.
actually sings pretty well. Actually, honestly.
I want to hear Mike. I want to hear you do one. Why haven't we done one with you yet?
I'll do rappers. The Sugar Hill Gang. Rappers.
Yeah,
Delight.
do that. Yeah.
Do that. Let's do that. That's a great idea.
That was great that night you did that.
That was
Mikey.
great. You're right.
You and JR. We got to bring the two of you back together.
JR.
All right,
Yeah.
so now I thought that by making that flippant comment about Mike should sing one, I was waiting for him to go, no, I don't want to do one. Like, damn.
He's like, yeah, let me do one. Yeah.
And not
There
only
you go,
that,
Tommy.
but I've heard him sing and he's awesome. So I can't even win. But I am not a singer. I am not a singer, and they made me do this. So here it is.
you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat?
You did good on that. Yeah, you did good. That was fine.
I love that. Man.
Great stuff.
I would totally bust your balls if you sucked, but that was very good.
That was great.
Yeah. No, I have no doubt you would tell me, Randy. I appreciate that.
I like the way you're
And then
staring
the whole thing with Sherry, like what you did with Sherry on that was just amazing.
That was fun. I really enjoyed it. I sort of got to cover up my singing inadequacies. Although I have to say that I used a lot of auto-tune. I sang like parts where there were like 9 voices. I sang all these choirs and I put them in pitch correction and I rearranged them. Like I went to all kinds of trouble just to make it like, okay, he can sort of sing, but I can't, so it was all studio trickery,
It sounded great, man.
So, are you familiar with Jacob Collier? Chris Pike posted something on Facebook.
I am.
This
I'm
guy,
very familiar with him.
yeah, he like constructs songs and harmonies on his computer.
Ed, it's the guy who did the Flintstones thing.
Yeah, I got in big trouble for playing that, by the way.
Oh,
I played that Flintstones track. I played that Flintstones track, and Facebook wrote me the nastiest note. They were like, "This is copywritten material, and we're gonna block your show, and don't you ever do it again." And I was like, "I just played the Flintstones. I'm sorry."
well, his record, I think I saw it today. His record was 636 tracks on one song.
Wow.
Amazing. Just
Hey, I have an idea.
I mean,
What?
the guy is. Chris Pike goes, he's a genius, and
He is.
he's just in another. I mean, he's in another galaxy altogether.
He's a young guy, and there's 2 things I would point to. One, he did an NPR Tiny Desk concert
Oh, I
with
saw
other
that.
musicians. That's mind-blowing. And then he did one that looks like there's 4 guys that look like him in his bedroom, all playing different instruments.
A lot of
All
times
him.
it is him.
It
The
is, yeah.
musicianship is one thing on its own, but how he did the video is beyond me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And
Really
he does this thing where he talks you through Sir Duke and explains what Stevie Wonder's doing, and he does all the Randy Stone. That's the reason why I answered your Facebook thing. You're posting with Stevie Wonder, because after I saw Jacob Collier explain how great Stevie Wonder was, then I knew, right?
Yeah.
And how he does chord progressions. I mean, it's like theory, but like it comes alive in front of you, and he's I don't know, he's like 18 or something like that, and just amazing. It's like being at Berkeley with an 18-year-old teaching the class.
Right.
Astonishing. So how many tracks did you have, Ed? You probably only had like 20 in that, right?
No. Okay, so listen. Sherry Dobrin, we did a Zoom call, and I recorded 9 Sherry Dobrin tracks with video, and then put that together. And then there's a point there, because it's actually 2 songs. It's The Wall, and then I can't remember what the other one's called. It's called like The Happiest Days of Our Lives, right? And there's a section after like the creepy, weird singing part in the beginning, right? There's a section where there's like a choral thing, and I did like 12 tracks for that, right? So that's 9 and 12. So we're over 20 for that. And then there were like instruments on instruments in that, although not a lot.
Didn't you have 2 keyboard tracks? You did 2 keyboard tracks, I think.
Maybe. Actually,
And-
musically, that's pretty sparse. It's bass and drums and guitar and keyboard.
Yeah, it is. Actually, it's a fairly sparse track to look at. Except for actually, like Mikey, that was cool where you had the screen where the middle part where Sherry comes in and does her part, and you like explode that window, and they come out and they sing, and then you pull it back in. That was
Exactly,
a nice
so,
effect.
So I edited that. I
That
love
was-
special
that-
effects.
that was Ed's doing.
I love editing special effects. And so
That was cool.
Mike edited the video, and he did like that scary monster thing that came on the screen in the beginning, And then, I mean the monster thing. And I had to, like, I was like, oh, we got to have the choir. And I'm like, who else but Sherry Dobrin could play 9 different schoolgirls, and pull it off and sing. And it was fun to put that together.
Nice job.
Great.
Nice
It
job.
was really fun. All right, speaking of great, I'm going to play one that these other. Oh, what am I looking at here?
Ah,
Oh, wow. What do we got
Saxophone.
here? That is Winston.
from the barbecue
I
archive.
was looking for the video, and I have both of them on my iPad. So I'll find a way to get them to you at some point.
That's great. You're going to have to send that to me.
Winston, that was like the weekend, the
Great
barbecue weekend. You thought no one would ever remember.
I didn't remember much from it myself.
When was
Sorry.
that? How long ago?
It must have been like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, a little while ago.
I'm behind him in another video, and then I have 2 videos of you playing.
Send those to me. Send those to me, and we'll run them on the air. All right, I'm going to play one right now with present company included.
As I walk through this wicked world, searching for light in the darkness of insanity, I ask myself, is our hope lost? Is there only pain, hatred, and misery? 'Cause each time I feel like this inside, the one thing I wanna know, what's so funny about peace, love, understanding? Oh, what's so funny about peace, love, understanding? As I walked on through troubled times, my spirit gets so downhearted sometimes. So where are the strong ones? And who are the trusted? Where is the harmony, sweet harmony? 'Cause each time I feel you slip away, just makes me want to cry. What's so funny about peace, love, understanding? Oh, what's so funny about peace, love, understanding?
Yeah. That's a winner.
That's a really good video. That's nice.
Thank you.
Definitely fun. So Heidi really does go in the other room to watch it on her big TV.
That's cool. That's cool.
And she runs back. She's like, Oh, wait a minute. That's really funny. You can't hear what I'm hearing. I heard a song come in. I'm going to play a video, and you can't hear it. So I made this horrible face because I thought somebody was playing a song in the background, but it was me. Never mind. I still don't know what I'm doing after 30 shows, you know? Amazing. I'm like, wow. I heard Bohemian Rhapsody on accordion and violin, and I'm like, who's playing that? Like, I was going to play that. I'm like, oh, it is me. Never mind. Oh my God, it's really true. Yeah, so I'm actually outside, right? Normally, my friend John Ledbetter in Massachusetts, he plays from outside, and I'm like, John, are you outside? Isn't it like 48 degrees? And he's like, yeah, it's 48, but I'm like, I'm okay, I'm playing guitar. But I'm outside at the boat club tonight, not in Pennsylvania. I'm in Norwalk, overlooking the marina. It's really pretty here. And we had a little live show earlier with different live musicians playing for the first part of the show. So check that out, everybody, if you missed any of that.
It was totally cool with the fire pit. And I love Crab Cam, and that was really cool.
The Crab Cam. Yeah, I could bring the Crab Cam. You know, I should bring Crab Cam back on. And,
that was totally sick because I remember who was playing, but I couldn't see his guitar, and I think I texted something like, "Can you get him to move the stand?" And all of a sudden, you moved around with the Crab Cam so I could get a good view of him. It was
right,
sick.
Exactly. I took the Crab Cam.
Cool.
I'm going to get the Crab Cam going. And Bill Noman, who was playing at the time. He is a Bill Noman is an advertising guy, like what's that show on TV where they have the advertising guys?
Mad Men.
Like that. He's one of those guys. Like they were Madison Avenue, changing the world and all that. And so I was sitting with Ray Simonelli, and I'm like, what should we call the camera? It can't just be Ed Train 2. It's got to be something else. And Noman, he's playing, and he stopped playing. He goes, it's the Crab Cam. We're like, all right, it's the Crab Cam.
Perfect.
So I'm going to get the Crab Cam going.
It was wild because he had the show, and then he was walking around the marina and showing me different angles of Bill playing. It was really cool.
Right, so here's my Crab Cam.
Yeah.
This is the Crab Cam. I got to turn the. I got to mute the Crab Cam. Or
Yeah.
we have like a mess. So all right, I'm gonna go out on the Crab Cam. Check this out.
This was totally cool.
Nice.
And we hear the
You
train
got the
again.
freight train going through, yeah.
It's
So-
48 degrees
Can't
in
get
New
away from
England.
those trains.
Yeah, Norwalk's a beautiful town. I lived there for 12
This is
years.
the broadcast center.
Oh, did you?
Right?
Yeah.
And there's the Crab Cam.
John,
Here we
you
go.
train?
And you can hear the train going by. The railroad is going by.
Nice.
Is there anybody in the? Is there like?
Crab Cam.
Is the club open? Like,
No.
is there?
The club isn't open. I didn't even get permission to do this. I'm a member, and I have my boat here, so I'm sleeping here tonight on my boat, right? And then I was debating with my cat. I was sitting with my cat, going, "Should we get in the car and go back to Pennsylvania because we have to do the show tonight?" And the cat's like, "Nah." I think we should
Blame
stay
it on
here.
the cat.
We should stay here. No, I swear, we were literally. I've been cooped up in the woods. I've talked to myself. All right, I talked to my cat, and the cat was like, "Yeah, I think we should stay." I'm like, "What a great idea!" I'm like, "That's a great idea. We should stay." And he said, "Yeah, you can do it up on the deck." I'm like, "Perfect."
Meow. Meow.
It was
That's
great.
what they say.
Yeah, right
Have you
now
ever-
he's on the
Have
boat
you
like.
seen that video? You
Yeah,
seen that
he's the best.
video with cats where what if your cat always said now or something like that? I'll send it to you. That's another thing.
I gotta see that. And so then I thought, oh, Bill Noman will play live because he lives right up the road. And then I was like, well, Ray Simonelli lives right over there. And then I'm like, wait a minute, Cherry and Dave, they're members of the boat club. So they came, and the next thing you know, we had like a little secret
I
gathering.
watched it. I looked cool.
It was kind of fun. It was kind of fun.
A friend of yours, Deborah, is saying that it's 48 degrees in New Canaan.
Yeah, I'm freezing my ass off out here.
Yeah, it's cold
I got
out.
the fire. I got the fire.
Yeah.
But the fire is not enough.
Oh, nice.
My feet
Sweater,
are
too.
my feet are down here, and my feet are like like Nanook of the North, like they're blocks of ice.
Yeah, I bet the cat's warm though. The cat's
I
got
was just
fur.
gonna say,
The
just
cat's
think how
on the
comfy
boat
the
with
cat
the
is right
fireplace on, so he's fine. Unbelievable.
How are you going to get back to your boat? Do
The
you
boat's
have
right
like?
there. The boat's right there. It's like
Oh, okay.
the boat is literally. I go walk down the ramp and I walk around a corner and it's right there. So.
So wait, the cat is there right now in the boat?
Yeah, the cat's on
So
the boat.
you and the cat came in together, and the cat is in the boat.
We travel together. We
And
get in the
you
car.
sit
We
down.
travel together. And,
Nice.
and then he goes back to PA with me. And when I get the new kitten, I'm getting a new kitten for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I know. I saw the event.
Little cutie pie, and he and so he'll be going back and forth too. My cats live large. I mean, most cats they move into the house and that's it. My cats they go to Nova Scotia, they go to Florida, they go
Do things.
They do things, yeah.
They killed mice. You know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
And eat
nice.
them.
Love to eat them miceys. Micey, what I love to eat.
Oh, I saw
Bite
that.
their little heads off. Nibble on their tiny feet. Yeah, that was
Exactly.
great.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
I saw that. I saw your video. I was like, my cats do that, but I can't watch. And you remember, you put it on camera. And I was like,
It's like I'm filming this.
I swear to God, I bought a have-a-heart trap to put in my kitchen on the counter because this mouse would come out of the oven. He had a way of getting into the oven. And I use the oven to cook, and he doesn't get cooked. He lives behind the oven. So he moved in through the oven vent or something, and he lives in the oven. And then he came out and he sits on the counter and he looks at my cat and me like, what are you gonna do?
What?
And then
You got a problem?
my cat looks at the mouse and the cat looks at me and I go, will you go get that mouse? And then the mouse just goes bloop into the oven, right? So I'm like, he must die. He either must die or we have to catch him and make him a pet. So I was already working on names, naming the pet. And a friend of mine was gonna give me a cage, like a hamster cage, and I put the have-a-heart trap and I was gonna catch the mouse and put him in the cage and keep him for the winter. And the cat would have been like, oh, okay, he's our new buddy living in the cage. And then I put the have-a-heart trap on the counter with the cheese in it and the whole thing, and the mouse came out and was walking towards the have-a-heart trap, and my cat jumped on him and killed him.
Well,
So-
if
Yeah, go ahead.
if the oven was his house, where did he go to use the outhouse?
I have not figured
Put
that
him
out
fish.
yet. He only lived with us for 2 days. You know?
So I didn't watch the whole video. I'm assuming that the cat killed him.
Oh yeah.
Ate him hook, line, and sinker.
The cat killed him in the first 1 second. The cat jumped up and bit him in the brain, and that was it.
Brain bite.
Oh man.
Yeah.
What that fly
Snapped
was
his neck.
trying to do. That fly last night was trying to do that to Pence. He was trying to bite him in the brain. He was like, I'm biting you in the brain and you're not dying,
If I could get through this hairspray.
Exactly.
I think it's painted on.
Titanium
actually.
shield.
I
No.
saw it fly.
You did?
I saw it right, and I said, "Oh my gosh, something flew onto his head." And then the news media actually have the exact time of how long the fly was on his head.
They had a whole,
Right.
they had a
2
whole
minutes and 3
panel
seconds.
discussing it. They had a
I
whole.
called it a spy, superfly, right at that moment. Like it's a spy. And it's funny because
They're already talking to having Jeff Goldblum on SNL
Yeah,
to
they're
do a
calling
fly
it. They're
skit.
calling it. Did you see the one with Mike Pence with the guns and it says Superfly? Made him look like Superfly.
Amazing.
I thought it was the
But-
spirit of Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
But we were talking about this on the show before. Heidi, I don't know if you saw this, but they cut to the studio audience at the debate, and there was Nancy Pelosi with a little radio control. I swear I saw
Fly
that.
drone.
I saw that.
Yeah, the fly drone.
Fake news. All right.
Did you hear
No,
what
it
she
was
said?
a Russian
Did you hear
drone.
what she said today?
No, what?
She said that she wants to find a way in some constitutional thing to get him removed because he's living in some kind of altered reality. Our
The
president.
fly? She wants to have the
The
fly.
president.
removed?
The president.
Oh,
He said
okay.
she wants to get the president removed. But
She,
because
the
he's
fly.
in some
No, it's
kind
the
of
fly.
altered-
Fly can stay.
yeah.
Fly can stay.
She apparently is going to have a press conference tomorrow about pulling the 25th Amendment.
Yeah, 25th Amendment. He's unfit for
The
office.
I could see the kid book Fly Guy my kids have read. They're going to do a series, and Pence is going to be in there. I can see it. Fly Guy goes to
Fly
school,
Guy.
and there's Pence. You know.
Oh, boy.
I told my friend I felt bad. I said, I feel bad for, I said, Pensy, poor Pensy. Anybody can have a fly land on their head. No, that was no coincidence. I'm like, okay.
Flies are attracted to.
Yeah.
Honey.
Like, what are you gonna do? The funny thing is, like, nobody said anything, and like Kamala Harris was just like looking at him, and no one said anything. They were just like, we're just gonna let him talk.
I wouldn't say anything.
on his head.
Like, what do
Including
you-
him. He wasn't. I wanted him to go like this and say, oh, there's a fly,
Yeah.
you know.
Go like this. His arms never left his side. I mean,
It was the fly was there for.
Turn.
It was there for 2 minutes and 3 seconds.
Oh, my God.
He watched the footage again. He turned slightly so that we would not focus on the fly, because I got focused on the fly.
No, everybody
we got the
did.
earpiece.
Everybody.
Flying. Turn
Yeah,
it
I
around.
don't think it was a drone for the Democrats. It was a drone for the Republicans telling them what to say.
Exactly. right.
Exactly.
I heard the commentator also said your fly is open more than once.
There we go. There we go.
But shh.
Oh my God. All right, speaking of flies, here we go.
Worst of all, you never call baby when you say you will. Buttercup.
Nice. Wow. That was great. Andy, nice job, man. Very cool.
Credit goes to Kim from Voodoo Carnival. She's amazing.
Yeah, that's really fun. I mean, so that was Kim. That was Linda Torres.
Yep.
That was Prue, right? That was
Yep.
You on bass. Ray Simonelli on guitar.
Dave
Who was
Rao.
on the drums? Oh, Dave Rao. Okay, that was Dave Rao. And was there somebody else
Oh
playing
no,
guitar, electric
Eddie
guitar?
Yakush was there. He did we got a little essence of Eddie in the beginning. That wasn't really a sax song. We pulled it out of our pocket.
Al,
I'm back. I pay $70 a month to Verizon, and I still get drop off.
Yeah, right, exactly. All right,
Bastards.
get ready for this one. I'm going to play a video. I queued it up of two young kids that used to come to my jam when I did it up in Vista, New York at the Willows. And they did, these kids used to come to my jam when they were like 6 and 8 years old. And they would open the jam for like half an hour, and they were good. They were better than us, right? And now they're way better than us. They're so good. So I'm gonna play them, the Klettner Boys, and let me see if I can push the right button here to make this sound awesome. Here it goes. And don't ask me what's going on here. I swear to God, this is the video. So I'm going to stick with it.
Wow.
Wow.
All I know is those kids have a gig and I don't.
Is that really? Was that really? Were they really there? Or was that like computer background? Like
I don't. I almost think they were there. That looks too real.
Where was that?
That looked too real, right? Let's take a look at that.
Yeah.
So that looks too
That looks
real.
like somewhere
I
in
don't
Greece
know
or
where-
something.
Yeah. Did it say in the beginning where it was?
Monter something Castle or Benderman Castle or something.
Oh, is that what you saw? Let's see. Let me back that up. But like that's some piece of music to pull off.
Actually, I have a suggestion.
What's that?
Can you ban them from the show?
Can I ban them forever?
I think you need to ban them from the show.
Bannerman Island.
No, they're fantastic. They really are. That's
Yeah.
you played some other stuff of theirs, but that's the best one so far. That was really good.
No more music for you.
Yeah, no more music for you.
Hey, you little
Ed
show
Train
off.
jail. Ed Train jail for all of them, especially the children. You know, like oh my god.
Hansel and Gretel.
My gosh.
Yeah, check this
Bannerman
out.
Castle?
This is
That's
them
Bannerman
too.
Castle?
Yeah, is that what it is?
In Newburgh, New York?
Is that what it is?
That's in New York.
Let's see. Yeah, is that where that is?
Bannerman Island.
Bannerman Island. Is that in the middle of the Hudson? Is that like that weird place? Oh, I think I've heard of that place.
I've never
It's
heard
an
of it.
abandoned military surplus warehouse.
Huh.
Wow.
Okay, so there's a trip. There's a day trip when I go
That's a
back.
trip.
Kayak tours.
Oh,
All right, check this out. This is them with a female vocalist. This is what happens when you take that and you add a good female vocalist. Here we go.
Mississippi Queen, you know what I mean. Mississippi Queen, she taught me everything. Down my way to Vicksburg, from the Louisiana way, lived a Cajun lady, Mississippi Queen. You know she was a dancer. She moved better on wine while the rest of them dudes, they were getting their kicks. Boy, I beg your pardon, and I was getting tired. Mississippi Queen, you know what I mean. Mississippi Queen, she taught me everything. The lady, she asked me if I would be a man. You know that I told her I would do what I can to keep her looking pretty. My address is that shot. All the rest of them, they were getting their kicks. Boy, I beg your pardon, I was getting mine. You know she was a dancer. She moved better on line while the rest of them dudes, they were getting their kicks. Boy, I beg your pardon, I was getting mine. Mississippi Queen.
Kick ass.
Oh yeah.
More cowbell.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, more cowbell. That's good. No, they're about 19, I think. They're like she's 19 or there was 19 there, they were 18 or something, like amazing, you know.
Great. Really great.
Yeah, really good.
That'd be sweet.
Rocking it out. Or I'm gonna play one more from Last Minute Productions, and then we're gonna call it a show, and then I'm gonna go to the hospital for frostbite.
It's very far away.
No, it's not in Spain, but on the same. No, it's a groovy name. It's just right. Hang on, my darling. Hang on, if you won't go. See, it's a real groovy place, and you just come get a taste of some of this Spanish magic. The clouds are really low, and the flow like cotton candy, battle brown, red and brown. It's all in your mind. Don't you think those bad boys, baby? Just come on ahead and spend some time. Hang on, darling. Hang on, if you wanna go. You see, why don't you just treat yourself and we can come and help ourselves to a little bit of Spanish kind of magic. Yeah. Come on, man. We out. Psych.
Cool. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
That was definitely a fun one.
Caesar.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying doing all these collabs. Michael's on fire. He's like launching collab after collab after collab, keeping it going. Like I've even slowed down a little bit. Michael's like, no, we're going ahead in the battle. You know?
I have to thank you guys for
so fun.
playing with us.
What's that?
Absolutely.
I have to
Loads of
thank
fun.
all you guys for playing with us and ladies
Yeah.
for playing with us
Yes.
because
Thank you.
you know
Thanks for the opportunity.
you know we're not even professional. We don't even we just sit at home, right? You know, and we get to
just
play
sit
with
at home.
all
We all
these
sit at home.
we get to play with all these great
We
professionals.
love to play.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
We
It's
love
very
to play
cool.
too. That's why we do this. I mean, you know, when we all come back, where do you guys live again? You live like New Rochelle or somewhere in that area?
I'm in
in Harrison.
Yonkers.
Yonkers,
East Harris.
Marinette. You guys got to come up when we finally get back into business. We got like
Definitely.
weekly jams, like
Yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We got
Oh,
weekly
yeah.
jams and band showcases and stuff that we
We'll
do at
definitely
restaurant
be coming.
barbecues around here, and we're just waiting for it all to come back. You know, so at some point.
When you guys
we'll
come
be
to
back.
Rhode Island, I'll bring you to my open mics. I'm an open mic host too.
That's
Yeah,
great. Where are
Al
you in
runs
Rhode
a whole
Island?
bunch of open
Whereabouts
mics,
in Rhode
too.
Island?
Where are you, Al? Where do you
I'm
live?
in Charlestown, South County, Rhode Island, the hippie capital of New England.
Nice. Wow.
That sounds great.
Al
All right,
does
y'all.
several open mics. It's really cool.
All right, check out awesome open mics on Facebook.
Yeah.
Well,
Cool, man.
Ed,
at
are
some
you,
point,
Ed, are you driving to do all that? You're driving from Pennsylvania to Connecticut? How long is
No, see what happened was I lived here, you know, I lived
right?
here.
I knew
and,
that.
and I ran
I
my
knew
jams,
that.
but then when I got a place in Pennsylvania just so I could go like on like I would be like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then I'd go out like to Pennsylvania and stare at the wall, like stare at the
And-
trees.
Chill.
And then the pandemic came, and I was like, all right, that's it. I have no reason to be in Connecticut where there are people, and I just sort of laid low, and I find myself out there. But as soon as it comes back, I'm back here, and I'm doing my
Oh,
jams.
are you moving? You're moving back? Are
It's
you
only-
getting rid of?
No. It's only a 2-hour drive, and it's paradise out there. So it's so nice to be out. You know that area of Delaware Water Gap. It's beautiful.
It is.
I'm looking at houses online right now for that area. Tomorrow, I'm meeting with an agent taking me on a tour in Bushkill.
Oh my
And
God.
I'm looking in Dingman's Ferry in 2 years. When this is over here, or even now, to have a pied-à-terre up north, the only affordable pied-à-terre would be in Pennsylvania.
All right, we got to talk. I literally live in Dingman's Ferry. That's where I live. And I was in
Doug
Bushkill.
is looking there too.
All you guys, if you don't know, like I never knew this area before, but Bushkill Falls is so nice. Like it's this incredible network of gorges and waterfalls. It's just beautiful, and it's a different laid back lifestyle. It's only a 2-hour drive from Connecticut. It's
And
only
the property taxes, I mean, I don't even have that in Texas. There's nothing like that. And to have land and be near New York, that's impossible.
I've been there. Jimmy, I got a hat for you.
What do you
Get out of here!
This is not a political show. We do
No,
not
no.
do that. Here.
Listen, he's a Mets fan. I'm a Yankees fan. I'm a baseball fan. I've taken my daughter to see Mets games at Citi Field. I love baseball.
I got that.
But
Jimmy,
I'll never love the Red Sox, though.
my dad took me to the Yankees World Series when Reggie Jackson hit the
three.
The three? Oh wow!
Yeah, I was at that baseball game with my dad.
That's sick.
That's amazing.
Sick. I hope he kept the sub.
No, I was so young I didn't really fully comprehend
what was going on.
What
Wow.
was going on? Yeah, but it was an amazing game though. I mean,
I'm sure. Incredible.
Unbelievable.
History.
All right, I'm overdue at the emergency room. I went down.
All
there
right, man.
before
Go
the
to
show.
Ross.
I
Go fall out.
You must
went
have
down
to
and
take a
got
nuclear
ticket. I was
pee
like
at
number
this point.
47 at the emergency room. Like my ticket is up shortly, so I got to go back or I'll lose
You're
my
gonna do that
space.
Austin Powers pee.
I'm gonna play a video that I play on every show, and then the show is over. So it's great to see you all.
It was great seeing you
and,
too, Ed.
looking
Good show,
forward to
Ed.
working
great
with you
seeing
all.
everybody.
Thank you, man.
Good to see you, Heidi.
Good to see you.
Jimmy.
Great pleasure.
I'll leave you with this.
We're out of drop now. Yeah, taking a stand.
Oh, wow.
All right, everybody, that's it for Jam TV. I'm going to the emergency room. I've got frostbite on my feet. It's 45 degrees out here, but I had a load of fun tonight. I don't even remember the beginning of the show. Like, we had music on the deck at the boat club, and it was awesome, and we had the fire pit going. It was so nice to do the show with people around. It's been 30 shows. We're on our way to 88, and next week is show 31. So Jam TV, signing off.